comfort and stability to every match. 20% discount available with code MAJOR20. Let's get this one started, Chatty.
Well, let's see how stable these two teams are. I was talking about some of those pistol statistics. 64% for M80, but if they get the pistol, 100% on the conversions.
Well, Stico dropped that stat. There's been 100% this stage for Imperial.
All right, so with this to at least numbers locking horns, we'll have to see how we unfold forward. Bit of a different pistol for Imperial, playing forward towards A. Swish will be hearing all of this, but a real hefty amount of bodies invested to that. It was 4 players to probe forward on towards A to try and rumble a setup. And I was taking a look at, oh, hold up, we'll stick with No Way. It's actually the second highest rated player for pistols in the tournament so far.
Oh, Swisher, he's perfectly held that. 2 clicks of the mouse and No Way's gone.
He has been great on CT side pistols, so that is a massive step in the right direction for M80.
No Way watching from the sidelines. You got Try up next. HexT not going to be spotted as he prepares to push towards the con. Meets up with Lake through under. Oh, Try has his bell rung. Still finds slaxz. Lake, he finds the response, and now Cello's blocking him in the smoke. Did they work that one out? They think they were blocking each other. I think they have. Hex is going to be screaming, that wasn't you. I bumped into someone in that smoke, and now he emerges. Cello with 1. Hex keeps him in that advantage. Sin's got that bomb down in the meantime. It's VINI trying to be a cowboy out jungle, but just too many bodies, and those Glocks be hitting. M80's done very well here. Nearly that team A. slaxz the only one with empty hands. It's going to be one of these 3 to find that double. And it's HexT. Well, they got the pistol, and they break the perfect pistol run from Imperial.
At least within this stage, we'll see if they can keep their second round conversion style alive for M80 into the next. I have M80 as the heavy favorites, and this especially after seeing the veto. I thought for sure we were going to be heading to Overpass, which is a map that M80 hadn't won in the last 3 months. They've only played it 4 times, but that's why I thought Imperial would be picking it.
Surely.
They've actually opted to take it to Dust2. So we get quite a fun map pool. Mirage, Dust2, and Train as the third and decider. Force buy out for Imperial. Sin, Lake, slaxz spring to action, but there's a trap lying in wait. 4 bodies ready to... They made their way out window or con. Actually, event boost will start to... Well, they were hoping event boost start. Not anymore.
Maybe the fake runaway will work instead. Sin,
he's here on those steps.
Has been heard.
Oh, starting to backpedal now. slaxz heading over towards A to join that of Swish, who I will say has been in some really strong form this major. I think that's one of the keys to M80's success. Him alongside a Lake, they're the 2 highest rated players. This will have to be a headshot, and well, the scout rumbled. If they execute into A, it's an open runway right now.
Ooh, that's a jump scare. Sin was not ready for No Way. He actually just found himself elevated in the lip of the window. Now, of course, pathing into that A site, and it is unguarded, as you highlighted. It's Skulls and perhaps Cello from jungle, but these are not favorable fights. It could very well go wrong.
Couple of flashes as well for the CTs. This is clunky from M80.
Yeah, 40 seconds, and Try does get an opportunity. Tags up Swisher. Very uncomfortable for him for the rest of this round. Susceptible to a 5-7 bullet. An MP9 burst. Post plant looks like slaxz is going to be able to try and keep hold of jungle. That's a fight that could be favorable with Lake in support, catching the window boost of VINI. Cello's making his way. slaxz trying to tame that Galil spray and does manage to whittle away. Cello's gone.
Now it might even be a save convo. Might be too late for that.
Yeah, you've just lost those 2 extra bodies. Not much to be bringing through. Try will just try and preserve what he can.
I like the decision-making there out of Lake and slaxz, right, to hold on to jungle control, because if they all just went and played Sandwich, Tetris, under the balcony, they get overrun, it's going to mean Imperial don't have to worry about so many different angles. But right there, as you're coming through, now you have to worry about 180 degrees worth of angles, right? So a real problem for Imperial, as a round where they got the opening kill doesn't go their way. I understand it was the force bite was lighter on, but Sin wasn't tradable in that situation. And then M80, while they were piecing it together, it didn't look great. But this is one of the factors with M80 that I've liked watching the comps. Okay, yeah, that's the HexT we know and love. Oh, here's a fun one. Head-to-heads of these 2 teams. The last time these guys played against each other, Vertigo was still in the map pool.
Yeah, I saw that. What was that, 2024?
It's going back in the time capsule.
That's the dream start to Mirage.
A fake, B play. So Sin gonna put his body on the line again.
Okay, well, that's going to really sell him. You've been spotted.
Big nade.
Does 78 to Cello. Trying to keep the CT's boots planted, and the 4 of them are actually trying to path towards CT, so it is just going to be VINI here. Tries actually going to be able to get over there just a little late for the first fight. But there's the second, catches the tail, removes slaxz. Multi on market, try miss shot. With no ways contribution though, it is a little uncomfortable, isn't it, for M80? Especially when you're caught pulling out nades. Lake wanted to throw out the molly, Skulls just hits him with the drive-by, clothesline at P250 headshot. Trying to stabilize now, could be a good night double nade. Yes, it is. Skulls dunked on. But still far too close for comfort for M80 here. You want to pick up that bomb. And, ooh, Hex nearly got caught by that Tri-Scout.
I got the C4 at least.
They don't know where No Way is. They don't have confirmation it's both, and Tri peeks back in to finish off on Swish. That's a nice conversion. Just a saved Scout and a couple of pistols. Tri with 3 in the round.
Beautiful work there. Tri just really being such a nuisance.
I mean, you could see he was pathing CT. He just caught wind. VINI either gave him a call or his instinct kicked in because he got there just in time and a clean headshot onto slaxz. He then pieces the rest together.
Yeah, and the conversation, right, from Zach in the interview, Stico brought up the pistol stat line and talking about, yeah, we're an emotional team, right? We can get running once we get the pistol, get it underway. It feels good early.
Yeah.
Cello's definitely an emotional player. He's one of those guys that plays off of instinct with pace, and that can set him up for the rest of the half. A bit like a config once upon a time in that type of a way. So winning this and getting the conversion, forcing them down to the eco, even though you didn't get the pistol, you still get that strong feeling early, right? You've been able to chip in before the first gun round. You're not going into the first rifle round weak. You have everything you'd hope for right now, other than a tri-AWP. Yeah,
and I would just say that if you convert, I'd buy in. I would too, but it's just if you lose your grip on the first gun, it gets awkward.
We had this yesterday in the Bait versus Na'Vi game. It was like Bait won this eco round, and then you're like, well, yeah, but hold up. They're not celebrating because they know what comes next. Imperial were.
And that's a great start, Cello. Punishes on mid-window, no smoke, and just gets a freebie. Legs pathing, cut down early. VINI, actually, he's being a little bit too free and liberal with the ammo. They try and punish and push. No Way's nade gonna be evaded. No Way hits the headshot. Hex with 1, but there's VINI. This 1-2 punch of the B setup. Works out wonderfully. And slaxz, you've got the bomb, bro! Okay, that's surely the round. VINI secures it.
Yeah, so
come test me again.
VINI spamming through. No Way was close, right? He
close
was
enough,
right. So at this point, VINI is actually drawing them in. They started pathing through, knowing the reload was coming through, and even if he goes down, No Way is there to pick up some of the pieces. So a bit of a shake of the head there from Def. It should have been a 3-0 start. T-side, your map, 13 in a row. It is going to be a comfort pick. It's not really too many dramas early, but you're down to the eco. You'll likely give away a clean one right now to the Brazilians. Looking to join Furia and Pain, who await in stage 3. Auto birth to that position based on the VRS. Might just go through this and try and get the plant. Skulls, like how many are you going to get? Triple box.
You need some ammo efficiency. He's done all right, Dust2. And ooh, not able to get anything on the pistol. Bomb might go down here. Swish.
You take that.
Gets it in. Not too shabby.
Oh, hold up.
Hang on a second. This is getting a little weird now. It's not comfortable with the Glock burst. It's when you know you've run out of options, but it gets a bit too costly for Imperial. Little bit of a slap on the wrist from M80. They get way more than they were worth.
Yeah, great output. 2,400 going into the next now, plus 600 extra in everyone's bank account because of the plant. We'll see if slaxz wants to go into the AWP into the next, and I'm sure Tri will. He has 13K. So both teams will be fully strapped right now as a tactical timeout taken by Def. Looks good for 2, doesn't it? But then the fact that they take him down, they grab the M4 and they do more damage. Very nice output. Okay, so
that was all like
and that's why he was shaking his head, because I think that anti-force, anti-eco, they ran something that was a little bit out of pocket. And when you've been winning this map so many times in a row, let's just stick with the things that we have run time and time again.
Right.
So we got a lot of details right there.
Yeah, it really did. Just super cool to hear an articulation of how efficient he had to be with all of that. It's like, I remember this, and this, and this, and this, and please do that, and please do that, and thanks very much.
The economy of words of a coach is probably one of the most key factors. They're going to fight tight mid.
They are. Skull's going to make a push with Cello, side by side. No way to swing from the short. M80 go for the second wave. Double nade does chip away. Skulls has to back. Ooh, no way. Wins it. Removes HexT. And they fall away with their man advantage. Sure, no way. And Skulls lower. Oh, man, 6 feet lower now for Cello.
Hanging around a little bit too long there. Lake's already up through Con. They take a ramp control. Swish can always play through Palace. No way coming back over to address window.
Interesting. Skulls has got a real opportunity for that headshot if he oversteps here. Swish is going to be very susceptible.
Good bait from Swish.
True.
Look how far in he is.
Lake's managed to slip this far forward. Skulls now reveals he's on the ramp setup. There's try, and there is the Lake reveal. Has he lost too much? Is it too far gone? slaxz is so disconnected from Lake. You can see him there in the pip. And Skulls is positioned. Did he spot him? Oh, he does adjust just in time.
Just live now, Lake. Allow slaxz to play.
Yeah, you're right. He's just caught a nade, though. Just 26 points of health. Knows it was a ramp setup. VINI, attention drawn by the Molotov of Lake. And slaxz might be able to get this backstab. He's not looking.
Oh, he hasn't cleared it.
Didn't clear.
Oh, if he went through jungle, look at the U2 he has. He could be flashing towards. Oh, he's coming back. He's coming back. Now VINI's considered it.
VINI's looking.
Oh, no.
That's going to be a horrible one to watch in the review. And VINI will clean house as well. That is brutal. Little bit of an overplay, underplay. How do you categorize that?
I think right there, you go 1 for 1 with the mid control. And then Lake's between two minds, right? Because he's got the rotation, but these teammates are dying towards the players over towards ramp, so he's trying to peel between the two of them. Just not really connected and grouped up. And maybe the expectation of the setup, not what they were thinking they were going into. So right now, we'll just be a partial, and they're going to try their luck on an A execute. So they drop out some mid-util. They chuck some nades across. That incendiary's about to fade, and here they come.
All right. Skulls on site, AWP on ticket. Skulls, what have you got? Tried with a nice start. Perfect to get the job done. Just one from HexT. They know there's one tucked towards the default. Sin doesn't want to die to an AWP, but he's going to die to Skulls anyway. Nice output from HexT Tech 9, but that is going to get Imperial really out of their chairs at this point.
Yeah, 5-2, 3-round gap. That was just the partial. Now it'll be the full buy again. slaxz will definitely get the AWP this time. Last time it would have been glass cannon territory. Now it gets to come with armor and utility, so they can settle into more standard gun rounds. If you're Def, you really don't want to be taking another timeout this early, but it is 5 straight against you. I think if you lose the next, when the guns are going to come out again, you probably take another. Because remember, the way that you got yourself into the mud was by losing a round you should have definitely won. Those type of rounds, you've got to convert. Their second round conversions were at 100%. The third round may be in question.
Yeah. Lovely proactivity again from the CTs. Skulls, even a little smoke break on that. So deep smoke, nade for a peek. Skulls has nothing to report ramp side, so attention, focus now on this mid fight.
VINI and Nowhere are coming short. They're going to clamp down on middle with 4 here. Maybe a boost up, maybe a flash and an aggress. Everybody's around connected. They want a biff.
slaxz is tight on this line. He's not ready for the elevation, so now knows whether it's too short. Does just go for the ballsy swing out to get himself out of dodge and into the fight. Try trades. Nice catch on the AWP collision. Bomb is very quick to start repositioning. Look at that on the minimap. HexT and Sin are both just scampering towards B with their knives out.
But remember, Swish knows there was an aggressive A ramp play, so thinking that Skulls still could be in that area. He hasn't been noted yet. Try was, Cello the comp player, and the other two over towards short.
A Lake. Oh, that's a big duel to win. Skulls nearly got him. Running out. Didn't clear the AWP. A no-scope from Try for a second. And now VINI, he's hurt them. Yeah, how's their clears? How's their pathing? HexT just booked. VINI really is holding on. Solid as a rock for one.
He's in a tough spot.
Next, Swish has got 10 HP. Tries doing everything for Imperial here.
Nowhere's on a decent flank right now.
Yeah, it's going to be quite quick. Not immediate, but post-plant position is everything here. Sin's just lingering on the site itself. Are they not considering that short and apps approach? They are now. And now they know. Nate doesn't find him. Knowing Swisher got leg shot, they're looking for him. He's elected to just play bait on bench. Sin fires off a pot shot, but that's the fight he wanted. Swisher provides, and now into the clutch is Sin. Two dancing around the side, trying to play with his food. He's done well. Gets away with it. Glock just trying to live a little longer. Didn't have the time for it. Try hunts him down. How many times has Try left the round with a triple kill?
Yeah, 12 kills so far. Try. We know he can have these carry performances. He's a very proficient AWPer. Doesn't always happen. It's tough for AWPers in the top level of Counter-Strike, but right now he is delivering again, whether it's the Scout, whether it's the AWP, whether it's the USP up against the in-game leader of M80. There's the trade back. slaxz goes down. Hex having to clear an awful lot there. Swish from bench. You either hide it or you're not. I guess he's worried about being exposed, but Sin's going to be a little bit upset with that one. Probably wanting to play the clock a little bit more, but bomb going down, guns back out, and underpass push. I love this. Imperial continue to set the tone.
Oh, the angle confirms aggression.
But it was multi-pronged. They actually have the AWP go up towards B-apps as well. They throw util, so that's a lot of information. It's
cool to see the idea. It's a flow in, but so are the frags for slaxz. Double kill. Cello caught Lake out A. Here's Swisher trying to chase him down, and that is the fight. Cello's held on for the double. Holds on to his A site. They're heading Try's way, though. He's posted up on short. They might hear this.
I don't think Hex was there in time to hear the scope, but Try's definitely heard some steps. So reeling that information, now Cello's starting to cheat over, and they're just going full commit. M80, you're going into the stack, boys.
Okay, this can go wrong. Especially with Try tracking the drop, takes his time, nails it onto slaxz, a 2-on-2. Now you're running at the AWPer, might bet you into Cello's line. Good fight, forces him wide by the flame. Cello's tucked on sight. They're not ready for this, Chad. Hex is booked, one tap to the back of the head. Oh, he's got him. Surely, Sin's got 4 HP. No. A HE on your head, son. See you later. Cello's down in the spotlight, a quad kill and a stylish finish.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, that A fight, right? If they're able to win that one, Cello out of the piece, and then at that point, the round is easy to put together. Surely has to be a second timeout coming soon.
Yeah, it's actually called by Imperial. I don't know if that's... Double check. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is. Okay.
Zach wants to just have his boys cool his jets because, I mean, we've just seen round after round, it's either ramp, it's underpass, it's a 4-man press mid. Like every round, the CTs are setting the pace.
And the last two, right, obviously coming down to just those 1v1 situations. So that's probably why Zach just wants to settle in. It's like, these have been high octane. Let's take a breath. Let's make sure we know what was going on with the finances. Def a little bit animated. They're not out of his chair, but... Oh, out of time. Okay. I did forget how much we were going to get there. That's my bad, everybody. I'll take that one. It won't happen again. Next game, we won't be able to hear any of it. We're going to have Ukrainian and we're going to have French.
Yeah.
So I don't speak either of those languages.
No, neither do I.
Okay, partial. Half's gotten away from you, M80. This would be the worst time to not get a win on Mirage, a map that you are 13 on the trot right now.
It's supposed to be a comfort pick.
This could be a fire starter round.
Certainly could be.
Swish and Lake, the two highest rated players at the moment, they're damage-wise towards the bottom of the scoreboard, but it's not like anybody's been doing anything crazy so far. Remember, it was just the pistol and the conversion, all they have to boast.
I like this pathing.
Oh, cheeky.
Trying to subvert the expectation with the smoke, and Lake does catch Cello. I don't think he even pulled the trigger. Good start. Oh, but it's not going to be the finish they were hoping for. It's just a shooting gallery from Ticket. Trike not going to get that third clean, and Swisher will nails him in the air. Means nothing in the grand scheme. Sure, a nice Deagle headshot, but you've got a whole lot more work to do. 2 players ready for him, different elevations. It's a sealed deal for 8.
Okay, well, you've got to hope that that is the changing of the tide for Lake's fortunes in these opening fights. That's the first one he's won. He's currently 1-3 after that. And he's the player who's going to be getting stuck in first as far as the pack and map control is concerned. So he does get the opener, but it is on a lighter buy. But maybe it'll start giving him a bit more confidence. He's not the type of guy to shy away from fights, is Lake. Him and Swish only at their second majors ever. Last time round in Austin, they were auto-birth to stage 2. Feel like they're earning their way this time round.
Skulls wants to fight, try to support. A nice flick from slaxz's AWP, but maybe Skulls tries to find that claw back. The same nade play, but that's enough.
I definitely ironed out all these moves that they want to make, and they're just going through the motion. So this is when you do the prep, and it's just working exactly like you would have hoped.
Like they're there every time.
But not only that, like you're being able to get away with the moves, right? You're not getting unraveled. There's nothing getting in your way. There's no direct counter to them either. And now they're all focused. Look at the cluster of CTs again, right? I know they're down a man, but they're all grouped up to fight mid. Cello ready to break the window smoke. There'll probably be a flash. They'll swing. They'll fight.
And what did Zach say as well? You know, they've got a very clear style of play, and it requires you to hit your headshots. Not so good when you don't. Oh, how about a flying headshot from VINI? Still, M80 have got A space. Look at Swisher calling it clear.
The Skulls go jungle or back through CT. Looks like he's going to pivot through the hole. Swish needs to hit the... Ooh, back he goes. So 2 through jungle. Never mind, it'd be VINI. Maybe because of the little bit of extra util. Both have incendiaries. VINI has a HE. Swish goes down. This round's on.
They're going to play this. They both throw out their flames.
Got the money, may as well give it a go.
Yeah, they'll give it a crack already. Sin's taking a lot of damage. VINI is alone. Sin makes sure of that. Wins out his duel. Oh, their flashes, just brilliant. Full connection. A full widescreen for VINI, running light on time as well. Tickles it as Sin picks himself up a multi.
Okay, well, they know they should have more rounds than 3 at this point. It should have been 3 out the gate, but there you go. They've hit that. And 4 feels like it needs to be the bar. We did see them have some struggles on their Mirage. We covered a bait game early within stage 1 where both teams really struggled on their T side, but their CT side was extremely strong. Right now, that's more just to say, hey, they can definitely lock it down on their CT side once they get there. Final round, first half. Progression series, stage 3 awaits for the winner of this one.
Yeah, it's not the way they would have liked to have started, but for Imperial, it's absolutely brilliant. Couldn't ask for a better start. And a 9th would really sweeten the deal. Clear game plan off the rib. Look at this, just static statues towards the ramp. Lake puffs up his chest, trying to act bigger than he is.
Sin back over towards middle, might try and set Lake up. Oh no, he's already thrown the flash out on an earlier timing. 2 players forced back out of the con smoke.
That works, mission accomplished in that respect. No ways looking for any answers in middle. Sin might not be prepared for this, and Lake as well, susceptible to the spam. No trade either, no way!
A has to go, A has to play.
Oh, and they've lost Sin as well. Cello will activate, Skull's comfortable. Removing Swish.
2v5.
Yeah, this is already falling apart by the seams, hasn't it? You want to try and find a couple of kills before you try and make the next play. Will they come to you? Try goes searching. Cello goes flanking. And it's a 3-man CT push. Great flash, panic, AWP reveals itself, thanks for that. Some info flowing, but 35 seconds. And it's HexT with the bomb Tetris. You can see this restraint from Cello as well. Knows they have to play, the pressure's on them. M80 must make that next move. Not gonna push the flames, but does get off the bomb. No way removes him. And slaxz, yeah, last round, mate, what are you gonna do?
No time, no chance.
Tries got you booked. It's 9. Imperial setting the bar high on this Mirage.
Yeah, it turns out that result against Na'Vi, it wasn't a victory, but it was damn close. A 13-10 loss on Mirage. They're bringing some of that punch here today against M80.
Only 3 rounds for M80 as they take to the CT side. We've seen them turn these kind of score lines around before, and Chad, you were telling us about a win streak. It could very well be up for debate here against Imperial. An opportunity for stage 3 of the competition, and it's a lovely, lovely opportunity for both of these teams to go further than any man has gone before. I mean, not really, but it sounded good.
Odds provided by our official betting partners. We do get this second pistol round underway.
I mean, if they lose this pistol, it's practically over.
I'll agree with that sentiment wholeheartedly.
Lake will be washing his hands of this one, if you see what I'm saying. Mario mode or whatever we learned about.
Protocol.
Mario protocol.
And we're talking about Malbs MD. Someone might need to get a doctor for M80. Lake gets the opener.
Okay, yeah, not bad. Mid-range. Skull's confirmed presence as well, so they know it's very ramp-centric. There's the little late piece of Cello, noted and disappearing through the underpass. They're chasing him, he knows that. But in the meantime, looks like Skulls has managed to catch Lake on sight, so that opens up A. Ooh, quick one from Swish to the stairs. Aggress from Try gets nothing. Skull's trying to lend a hand. Bomb on the back of VINI. Cello's gone all the way around. He's going to try and flank from B. Oh, good shot. Tap onto slaxz, Swish. You're playing a dangerous game with the low HP. It's Hex that just comes running around the corner of CT.
They have to worry about this Cello rotation. Is he coming back ramp? They have no idea he's here.
Yeah, and oh, what a round he's had. Swish on that low HP takes 3.
It's about time. I was bigging him up within the first half. His performance so far, it has been hot, but in this map, not so much. I don't know if everybody got to hear what we heard throughout the halftime break, but it sounded a bit like a locker room from the different sounds we're in, snorting, burping, trash talk, everything under the sun. Apparently it's hot in there.
Yeah.
But we're on the same level as them, and I can confirm it is quite warm.
It is warm.
It is warm.
No doubt, no denying that. Woof, that looks good. Quick taps, but this is what I want to see, this one. Bang!
Yeah, good stuff from Swish. Interesting, no plant for Spy, so no rifles, but pistols and util, bearing down on an A execute. Eyes on slaxz.
And he's got the necessary one.
Now it's on Sin.
Tail. Sin burst, looking good for some center of mass. He's managed to connect the final bullet onto Try. Cello punching in the code. No one can stop that.
Swish has passed 2 of them in this con smoke.
Yeah, I wonder if they go for the re-clear. Yeah, it's a free frag to the back of the head of VINI. That's huge. Oh, he spotted you,
oh,
Swish.
Definitely hot.
Yeah, back-to-back rounds. He's got the hot hand. He's got the hot head. And now Cello just going to try and catch something with that P250. A nice clean tap to the first and brought to rest by HexT.
Okay, so the woes of the first half dealt with, but remember, the third round first half against a save scout and a try triple is where the campaign began for Imperial. So let's see if they can do it again. I'm not saying there'll be a try scout in the mix, but there might be a deagle thanks to that bomb going down. So there can definitely be a way to slice your way back in, and if M80 lose that, the mental will be tanking. We know with the map that they lost throughout their campaign in Stage 2 so far, one of the things that they were discussing against Aurora was the energy, right? They really were focusing on that as they came back to take on Astralis, where they eked by 13-11 on Ancient. They also had a close affair against Tyloo on Train, 13-10, so nothing's come easy for M80 in Stage 2. Definitely not as easy as Stage 1. Even heard from Lake there in the interview just saying that the quality of Counter-Strike in Stage 1, maybe not up to snuff.
I think you get a license to say that when you 3-0 the stage.
Yeah. Stiko even tried to give him away. I was like, maybe you were just playing really well.
He's like, no.
And I said, there won't be a scout, but how about a hero AK?
Yeah,
so,
shout out to VINI. He's facilitated that. Drops an AK for Try. Cello buys the backup, Kev, so they're trying to get as much juice out of this AK as possible.
This is going to be a tough round, M80. This will not be easy.
Swish are going to be vulnerable. Oh, the Lake's just there in the open. That could have gone horribly wrong. Was on the move. Swisher gets that info and will back away, but that boost could catch him.
Going for a short fight off this.
Yeah, Swisher, are you ready for this extra angle?
Oh!
Slinks in, lovely setup. The little bit of team play. The second was there for the taking. Cello will scoop that up.
This is why they set up Try. 17 kills in total. Delivering impact after impact. Well, let's see if an opening frag in this one will spill over into a round conversion. Hex, the Canadian, anchoring B. slaxz alongside a Lake. Lear out middle to see if anybody's home. Sin playing retake from Ticket. So they're happy to sell A in this situation. slaxz now coming over to join HexT on the site. There's a lot of gaps and timings that are open, but the clock is their friend. They know they have to finish.
Gonna try their hand at testing HexT's site. slaxz in a perfect position to lend a hand. Okay, needed to see that, and in the feed is full blue. slaxz takes 3. M80 closing that gap further.
Good
the big
stuff.
test is coming.
Yeah, playing off of one another there, right? Letting HexT take the first contact. The dream of 14 in a row lives. It's a 3-round gap. They still need to try and claw back before we're all tied up. How long can they keep Imperial in the mud on the T side? You've dealt with a pistol round, most say a coin toss, a force spy, never easy, an upgrade where you lose the opening kill, and now the guns come out. So nothing given, everything taken right now.
Zach not liking what he's seeing. This is quick, this is punchy. Lake
Another
caught out, yeah. Opening death again in his name. Swisher will find a quick one back. It's VINI, goes swinging short. So you've got your mid control, but the bomb, and the majority of your forces are just immediately going to start asking questions of the A site. Sin throws out a smoke he can push and play behind. They have the rotations cut by Cello's positioning. This is going to really be tough for M80 to have a voice in this one if they don't find Cello early. He's burrowed into underpass.
slaxz is only now just left to be. Sin might be able to spam away, but stays reserved, doesn't expect the default, and gets the damage
99.
through. Try lucky to be alive.
Oh, big kill, big kill. slaxz at the same time has found no way pushing CT.
slaxz still has the smoke, so does Swish for the bomb.
Okay, this one should be theirs. Skulls is going to have to be a bit of a hero considering the 1 HP on try. Tucks on sandwich, knows he's going to have to be the playmaker. M80, they're taking their sweet time. Let's get that smoke on the bomb. And a nice shot from Skulls. Need the trade. Swisher gets it in the air. Try with a 1 HP 1v2. Someone needs to be defusing. Swisher should get on it. And it looks like Try's just going to have to bow out of this one. Not interested in trying to swing in with 1 HP.
Got a little bit stressful there for a moment because Swish was the man with the kit and he was more committed. So if Try went for that fight and then the kit's loose, it becomes a one-on-one where slaxz is in an awful lot of trouble, has to try and get the kit, and could have been a real fizzle out to that round. So well handled. It was really that Cello kill that allows them to focus in on the A site, not the opener, the frag that they're able to grab towards underpass.
Swisher's pathing was really nice for that fight.
He's only had 3 kills within the first half.
Yeah, he's leveled up now, back to 11-10, got a positive KD.
Yeah, so he's happening. And Lake, they're giving away another opening kill. He's 2-5, but at least he was traded upon. Tech pause, so bear with us for a moment. It's 4 straight for M80. We'll remind everybody, we also have the A stream going on right now. That is elimination games. That is Aurora versus Australian, so that's in its second map if you want to whack that one on the telly as well. And then to close out the day with Harry and Hugo, it is Liquid versus Tai Lu. When the headset's off and they bring out the big guns of the admins, let's see how long this one takes, shall we?
Yeah,
I'm going to take a seat.
Yeah, to get comfortable. And get Swisher an ice pack or something. Poor guy's holding his head.
Well, slaxz's cheek's a bit flush as well.
Yeah.
Maybe they're normally like that.
It's just a hot day in the office, quite literally.
It's cold outside.
Tis. But I am curious to see if Imperial do lose their grip or continue to lose their grip. You get a 9-3 half, you're winning rounds, Tries delivering. Is it just a case of, you know, both teams having, you know, weaknesses or less comfort on their attacking sides? I don't think you can win as many Mirages as they have, what, 13 in a row without having, you know, a good, strong T side. Perhaps, as you know, the little listening we got from Def is indicative of perhaps what they'd attribute their shortcomings to, where they're trying new things. You know, I suppose you do start feeling that fire underneath you of like, we have to innovate. We can't be playing the same playbook into our 14th Mirage or whatever it is.
Well, it sounds like that's probably not what the game plan was.
Yeah.
It sounds like that has happened on the fly, which is why early he gets on the mic. And also the 13 in a row, a lot of those I would dismiss, but it's still the record, and I've dismissed because they're domestic opponents.
Sure.
Right? So it's not top-tier Counter-Strike names, but they are 3 on the trot here at the Major if we just want to refine down to that. I think as well, right, 9-3 half, hey, it's going to happen. You heard from Hex there, or maybe we only heard. I'm not sure if the people at home did. He was saying, yeah, they won 2 1v1s or either 1vx situations. He is right. I wouldn't say they were 1vx situations that you were necessarily favored in, but you still got it down to that close margin. And it went wrong in round number 3. They could have had a better half, right, if they were able, because then the CT finances not as strong going into the first rifle round. You gave them a boon into the economy early by dropping the ball, and maybe not dropping the ball, maybe being snatched away from you by some Try heroics. And we talk about some of these players out there. I wouldn't necessarily put Try on the same level as a Zywoo or a Donk round, but it's Counter-Strike, right? A player can have a moment, and that can shift the momentum of the game. or the momentum of the money, right? And then we know how much the finances play into Counter-Strike. I'm sure people are fed up and be talking about, oh, this, buy this, the lost bonus. But that right there determines the weapons available, and the weapons and utility available determines the options that you have, right? And that's essentially the game. What type of call, what type of play can you make? And then what type of position can you put your players in to unleash the fury? I was just having a look. It's almost about to go 10 a.m., I think. Let me check. In California, if Google's correct. Yeah. So it's a great time in the US, right? Obviously, the West Coast behind the East Coast, but if you're ever in New York or whatnot, that'll be much later in the day. It is a Monday for the third day of Stage 2 at the StarLadder Budapest Major. So it's a good time for everybody in the US to tune in. I'm sure Flom's watching this one.
Well, I mean, the likelihood of seeing, you know, a North American core in the third stage of the major would be it would be one hell of an accolade. But
this is the thing, NRG's out. We don't count Liquid, right? No. They have Ultimate, Shui, and Nerds. So maybe as an organization, you want to say they're North American, and I'm sure they want to hold on to that. They obviously have NAF and Elige, which are two franchise players, and you can be supporting them. You can be supporting Twists over in FaZe.
Oh, for sure.
But you bang on with the core factor, because you've got Pain and you've got Furia representing the region, and the region being the Americas. But you bang on, and if M80 did this one would feel like they earned it. I had a chat with Lake a little bit earlier after their Stage 1 3-0, and he was saying, yeah, the first major I qualified for because of the VRS, I was just sitting there and I just qualified. Well, this time around they've gone 3-0 in Stage 1, that he's dismissing. You know, the opponents are not so great, even though I tried to bing him up in the moment. But if you make it from Stage 2 into Stage 3, the top 16, again, a lot of people out there consider that main event, quote unquote. So that one right there will feel like a real achievement.
Yeah, 100%. And, you know, kind of stepping over Astralis, Tyloo, and then Imperial. That would be their path. Ooh, little tidbit there from Sin.
Yeah, lots of talking.
A large barrage of planning.
And let's see if the information was passed correctly. As Orp for try into this one. So every single round, Imperial have been threatening in this second half. Every single round they've had something.
Aggressive start with the spam. Then a little ladder boost. VINI gets across the tap.
So playing retake A. They can be reactive if it is a site hit early. Does facilitate a third man to help B with this slaxz AWP. Then, if they're worried about a mid control, they can start doing this within the mid round. But Imperial, they are in absolutely no rush. Cello, the only one moving right now. Try top mid, VINI over towards tap. No way in Skulls, Palace and a ramp. But take a look at the util that's being held onto right now. This is actually really good economy of utility coming out from M80. They still have a lot of smokes to block with, a lot of incendiaries still to play with, and now as they start limping them forward, this only gets tougher for Imperial.
Peek over that smoke. We'll stay posted as Cello and VINI are escorted by the sniper.
This is Lake's responsibility.
Yeah, Lake was responsible, but he just gets completely flattered. Great shot, even better from Try. Hex gets caught, Swisher punishes. Bombs on A, Sin tucked on ticket. And he could deny this, especially now. Ooh, doesn't get him, but still lives for a moment longer. It's VINI that brings him down with the wallbang. slaxz disconnected, could go for a wallbang of his own, and I don't think he quite connected, just shy of the mark. Whistles one through. VINI gets away with his life.
Do they give this a look?
It's a very risky retake considering how much of your resources you'd be putting into it. A 2-on-3.
Swish is close. Undetected.
Swish has got that far, but VINI was ready on the jiggles. And now the Orb's just trying to back away. slaxz looks like he's going to be allowed to. It's very early in the piece.
It is crazy how much space Imperial got without making any noise or finding a fight. Right, they've walked through a connector smoke straight up, and Lake just not ready for it. Again, struggling in the opening kill department. 2 and 6 now. It's a tough death, right? You would love to be making the opening incision, and in other rounds, like where he was swinging out a connector, he was traded. This time, a whole lot harder to do that because the fight was isolated. So silence the weapon used in this one by Imperial, and I thought M80 were doing a great job by holding on to their nades, but it doesn't count when you still get surprised. So much util, but not used proficiently.
It's a good spawn. slaxz, are you going to be doing anything with it?
Surely they change the tone now, Imperial. You don't go slow like that again.
Does look like a more direct start with 3 starting towards the B side of the map.
Cello just with supportive utility. If VINI gets in a bit of a tough time, they boost up. Undetected. So Swish can bait for HexT. Nade in, light damage done. They don't have to be commit. This is Imperial with a slow and steady pace. So no aggressions, nobody looking mid on either side of the server. That informs VINI getting to make the call now.
Oh, the team play, love that. Incendiary forces you into Swish's bang. Takes no way down in the apartments, but was he alone?
Does Cello try and get up Cat here? They have to be split. He needs to join VINI.
Yeah, and they're ready. They're losing. They're dropping like flies. Try's gone down again. This time Swisher with a double kill in defensive B. Hex with nothing but damage. Swisher has to do it all. slaxz in support. Swisher another 3 kills, defending his site heroically. Still though, Cello and VINI with that low HP. Is it all going to be Swish? Lake and Sin chip in. M80 keep this run rolling after that one discrepancy. Imperial get on the board and immediately get sent back to spawn.
Wow, Swish has 12 kills in this second half so far, so just continuing to add more to the tally. Lots of impact with on the pistol, up against the force buy, now in a rifle round after they had lost round with finances on the line. So Swish is delivering. And he's a new man. Obviously, they made the roster change. Hex has been in this team for about 4 or 5 months. They got rid of Rek, and I think at the time, Rek or Swish could have been the conversation to be replaced. Swish given the good graces to stay. Bit more intensity there from Def. Okay, so something that Def said don't do ever again, and then Lake trying to come in with a couple of solutions of how they can play Conkers. This is the thing, if you're Lake and you're struggling with the openers, normally your aim and your aggression is the key. And this is tough. You're still a relatively inexperienced player, but you need to be able to play your B, C, D game, right? If your A game's not working, that's fine, but you still need to be able to contribute. So it's, you know, the info plays that he's able to go for, or valuing his life, or setting up another teammate that we're looking for right now. Giving away opening kills, if traded, I think we can make it acceptable, but it needs to be in that fashion. So money, not great for Imperial. 2-round gap, and Cello and Skulls are going to work through underpass. So in this type of a situation, I'm curious, do we get the util thrown out by the A ramp players, right? And then that's meant to draw the con player, the window player. Here it comes. And then the underpass players activate and try and catch a bit of a timing.
It's Lake that's going to be trying to play Joker A.
They do have the timing, they can window boost, which means they can constrict the rotation.
Ooh, yeah, you're right. Lake, okay, runs towards the Deagle and finds it. Unbroken fence, Swisher, he's on it today. A rough first half, but he's definitely found his footing now. Low HP, his spam does connect onto try, so these half by are not getting very far.
This one's going to feel good if you keep all 5 alive. Just one more to do so.
I mean, and this would make it just a 1-round game as well after a very bleak start. Lake does pick himself up a multi.
Okay, a bit of a confidence booster there for Lake as well. Someone's going to get him. It's the lighter buy, but just with how active he was, opening kill going in his favor this time round. Remember, his mum and grandma are here in Budapest to watch him. Now, he's in the B-stream setup, so for them to watch, it's a little bit different than it is the crowd game. But regardless, they win this one. They're in stage 3. Top 16, baby. Wonder if they wear those shirts every day or if they need to give them a wash.
Yeah, maybe they printed a couple different variations. But yeah, no extra pressure at all. Family takes a trip to Europe on your behalf.
For the first time.
For the first time.
You're locked in tap right now, bud. Oh, the flash helps, and now you're out. So VINI gets across.
Oh, risky business. Lake's got an opening. Goes swinging for the fences there. slaxz's flash to set him up.
All right, Imperial. Now, previous rounds, you've really just let the seeds of doubt be sown with the silence. Now that you're down a man, it doesn't feel that that's as comprehensive as an approach, so they are just going to reroute quickly. VINI gets to in-game lead from the grave right now, so calling everybody back over towards A. Sin's going to tuck in the site. slaxz is going to play from ticket. Lake needs to monitor connector and window, and a smoke's just been lobbed in, so he has to worry about a boost, connector timings. Little do they know, it is going to be the A finish. HexT and Swish are very disconnected from this, so the A defense needs to get a kill or two, or Imperial can breach in.
Double molly. They're going to molly dark. No one's home. Sin first contact after slaxz's orb. And there we have it. Missed shot from the AWP. Jumps away safely. Sin hoping to be overlooked. It's Cello with an opening. Sin and slaxz though chip in. A double from the Deutsch. And a 3 versus 2. Try needs to be punching in that code, but it's no way the bodyguard with such low HP. How's he supposed to stop this from being rumbled? A flashbang held. It will go down uncontested. He's hoping that they walk into his scope. slaxz just finds himself posted on this tight line. Could be one hell of a flash. No way reads it, but caught staring at the brickwork. It's Try in the clutch, and Swisher, he's going to remove him.
Swish is so annoying. The fact he's still on Cat at that point, right? Not scaling up Con. He's just chilling. He's letting his ticket players play, just holding them at bay there, and grabs another. That's all tied up 10-10 as Swish is up to 17 now.
How bad was his first half?
3 kills, I'm pretty sure. It was 3 frags within the first half.
Damn, dude, that is a turnaround and a half.
Yeah, so he's having a field day right now. Max lost bonus bomb goes down.
And a lake opening. You know, you've been highlighting his opening deaths.
Oh, he's got back-to-back opening kills now.
So yeah, from 2 to 6 to 4 to 6, it's certainly exactly what the doctor ordered.
And that's good, especially in a post-plant situation. I know they had advantages there, but still, that's what I like to see. I can really tell a team's comms on the CT side if these retakes look pieced together. They're not always going to go your way, but are we waiting for each other, right? How are we setting each other up? And the pressure on as final tactical timeout call from Imperial. This was never going to be an easy map considering the spree, but it's clear that their game against Na'Vi wasn't just a fluke. They've got good form on Mirage, and they're bringing it into today. Now, with the max loss bonus, they are just going to partial right now, right? So they know that the 3,400 comes in next. If everybody leaves themselves about 1.5, that'll be more than enough. Try just needs a little bit extra for the AWP. But still, threats. Can you think of a round where Imperial haven't had something? They haven't had a full eco this entire half.
True.
They've always had some level of investment. So this has been a very tough half for M80. Doesn't feel that way. Only 1 round as a blemish on the record. So again, this type of setup tells me that M80 were reading or expecting an execute. See, Swish with the nade ready, slaxz playing, yeah, no, it is slaxz. slaxz playing retake A, right? They are playing right now for an execute. And last time it was this silent, what ended up happening was Imperial walked down through Con, caught Lake off guard. So he needs to play a little bit more actively, expecting fights on a timing that maybe he's not considering at the moment. So Try, if he can open up towards A, it might draw the rotation, then B becomes susceptible.
Yeah, it's Lake they're looking for. Spam does distract. It's Sin up on the bricks.
Oh, he can help B as well.
Yeah, he's going to be in a prime position to do
Window
both.
Boost.
They get a counter boost, yeah. Into the window or up on the ledge in the lip.
It's all going to be timing.
Looks like Lake's going to start being pulled off by the B util. Try might activate late. Sin covered by the smoke. He'll be exposed if he stays there. Try slips in undetected and silently. Here comes the commit. Hex, what have you got? Swisher is going to draw first blood, and just like that, there's too many bodies on B. They can't break through. Hexter's done well, gets his. And that's what you want to see. 5 kills between the duo.
Flawless.
Defending B, a flawless round to actually seize the lead. It's been a long time since M80 have been there.
Yeah, bang on. So this has been a great comeback on the CT side. They're putting up the blue wall. Flying that flag for North America. This is a derby, at least in the region, as far as the majors encapsulator is concerned. And there they go. They're feeling it now, but this one's the full guns. No Try AWP.
Ooh, it's quite a big omission when he's been having such an influential first half.
I feel like he had to play earlier in that situation. I understand why he didn't. His B players were also late with any form of contact, but if they just go slow again, I think that M80 are starting to cotton on. We'll see again, they're actually using their utility a little bit more actively, but slaxz posted up on the line. They will need to force him away. Try goes back to spawn. They're juggling bombs and util, so Try's going to throw out a couple of smokes. slaxz will be able to stay on this line unless there is a flash, and VINI doesn't have one.
Okay, could be the end of VINI then. slaxz does reveal himself. Important flash, forces him off the line. Molotov follows up, and now Hex needs to block.
Defensive smoke.
Throws it down, and ooh, he's got blind. He actually hit that while blind. Cello loses his shoes, but not ready for more. Hex overlooked. Does very well for two, but it's No Way's forward position that catches them, and he takes all three. The first rotation of Swisher as well. Awkward for the remaining two. It's Lake and Sin. Bomb should be able to go down. The nade will do damage. Oof, low HP for No Way.
Sin's rerouting after the HE. Was thinking about joining up with Lake on Cat, but no, going back through Vent Room to Market.
And there's a lot of info. Okay, spots out another, knows where one of them is towards the apartments. It's the uncertainty of where VINI's gotten off to. Where is he hiding? Suspecting on site. There's a fight. VINI wins it out, and now a 1v2. Sin, you've got to get your wriggle on. You're taking sweet time here. Sure, you've got the kit. Sure, you've got the headshot, but you've got to get another. VINI in the apartments, planted for him, and he's ready for it as you try and tickle. 11 to 11. I know what Imperial are wishing for. One more of those.
A little bit exposed there, going for the defuse Sin, but as you mentioned, the time pressure, so just had to get a move on. They do have enough money for a buy, even if they lose this M80. So this is just shown by having some of those flawless rounds where they've been keeping lots of players alive. They are in a strong position to contend for overtime. The buy is not as good for Imperial. There's 2 Galils in lieu of AKs. But they pulled that one off, and the B bomb site, you have to hit your shots if the AWP's there. Right, I think Hex did very well to get 2.
slaxz's leg shot, I mean, if it's just a little higher, it's going to be a full kill onto Cello.
Yeah, it might be the difference between the round or not.
Yeah, really.
Well, now he's aggressive and assertive over towards B apartments. Might catch No Way, the hero of the last.
I think he caught a whiff. Yeah, No Way throws some bullets down range, tries to ward him off.
So still playing this AWP on B. HexT will be the loose piece, getting to play over towards A, and slaxz showing some nervy moments now, has given over the opener to No Way.
I love the fact that No Way has identified there's an AWP there and goes for it anyway.
That's forced the rotation. Right now, M80 are playing 2-2. No Way and Cello get to work in through underpass. They can get a window boost in for free. VINI, this feels like a luxury to call, knowing it's the AWP that's been removed from the play. So these longer sightlines, worrying about ticket down to con, ticket towards a ramp. Not a problem anymore. Info play, how they can start to rotate back.
Oh, the bait though, he's slipping through. Try catches Swisher, progressing short. Awkward, very awkward. Just the two of them on A, Sin and HexT. Is there anything this duo can get done, or Imperial going to take that 12th and have a shot at breaking the streak on Mirage?
HexT is still unknown.
Yeah, he's going to try and be baited in. They are overlooking him. He can't find their headshot. No Way, a very quick reaction. And now Lake and Sin probably just going to want to preserve what they have.
Well, he spurted up the scoreboard in these last couple of rounds. No Way opening in this one. He had that triple kill on B within the previous round, so his impact is fell, and this one leaves a mark, doesn't it?
5 alive, brilliant.
You clawed back. You finally got yourself back into the lead, 11-10 after the 9-3 first half. It's been a great CT side, but still, it had to be almost flawless as Try wanting to search. There is the support here. Lake, not known to be an AWPer. Has missed the shot. Sin will make good. VINI wants to try his luck.
VINI versus Sin. Doesn't need to go any further to Sin. He'll probably just stand here and get away with it. Imperial with a map point.
Okay, well, I feel like they've deserved it, especially with their first half of play, how proactive they were. T-side's clearly being a bit of an issue for both of these teams. But final tactical timeout for Def, saved for a rainy day. It's either a top mid push or an underpass push, I'd imagine. Again, I don't know if the people at home can hear it.
No, but
either way, I'm loving it.
Yeah, I'm not
I don't think M80 will be, but
I'm not.
Just so
I'm not
much
saying
detail.
anything, mate. Yeah, it's so nice to hear. Full timeout. All right then. Last round of regulation. Imperial with that opportunity. Let's see if they can seize it, make the most of this moment, and then just be one single map away from stage 3. Doubted at every turn. Have Imperial been?
Lake.
He is playing a dangerous game.
Yeah, on the cusp there, isn't he? He has to just stay in the smoke. HE one side, Molly the other, can back off. So I think that right there was what they were talking about. Just the move of showing a little bit of connector presence, aggressive. So A fake, B finish. This one's a bit more default.
VINI pathing forward, aggressive.
Hex is on the balcony.
Are they going to go for this? They're walking through. Okay, good tracking. Hex goes down. No Way opens up the B site for Imperial. It's just Swisher on the short side, trying to stop that bomb from making it across. Not a comfortable one. Turning flashes, they do slip across, and so now retake is on. VINI is in T-spawn as this one's going down. And this is for all the marbles, folks. M80. A hard-fought claw back into this game. A 9-3 half Imperial let slip. Now M80 have a chance to try and take us to overtime. It's looking good for Imperial. Needs someone to step up. Low HP on one of them. Lake has only got 8 points of health to work with. Swisher coming in, but time is light. They've stacked up 2 on this boost box. Skulls is no way. They need output, and they're running out of teammates. Overlooking one. slaxz isn't looking either. It's so much impact from No Way. 3 kills in the round. He could lead with all of them. 4 found. It's up to Swisher in the clutch, and they could stick it. VINI can just deny. Counting it down in his head. Straight on out. And secures Mirage.
Cello out of his chair. This guy wears his heart on his sleeve, and that is a hard-fought battle. 13 in a row for M80 comes to a close here. The Mirage streak ends, and Imperial go 1 up in a 2-1 game. Too late.
From Imperial, I think I saw that they played it recently against Fnatic.
Yeah, it was Fnatic and Rare Adam. Both were close, though.
Very close.
But with Tri being in good form on the CT side, we always talk about Dust2 being a map where the CT side of AWPer can really start to stamp his dominance. slaxz didn't have too many moments on the AWP, but it had a couple of good rifling moments, so he's going to need to go toe-to-toe. And the one that sticks out is when he was picking B apps late in that first half. He looked a little bit shaky, but I think we are ready to get this one underway.
Yeah, looks like we're going to be jumping in. CT start for M80. That's the luxury you're afforded when Imperial pick Dust2, and this is an opportunity that they cannot let go to waste.
Don't forget odds provided by our official betting partner as we get this one underway.
So they've got that short molly. Tri's been waiting. Lets that smoke land, now throws out the short molly, and now they scale up middle, escorted by the P250 of Tri. Smoke obscures Sin's view. And they'll get 4 bodies up on the short side to start.
So right now you have Lake on the ramp. He has a flash, Swish mid-long, and slaxz with those dual Berettas. So he's not really going to be too helpful if they do make their way into A. He might have to go for a flank of some variety or see if he can scale up with Swish. This is more like a B split, I think, right? Tri's ready to go out mid, No Way's ready to drop down. Cello probably drops into spawn. Yep.
Okay, cheeky leg break heard, and ooh, headshot hit. Needed that from Sin. He lives on as well.
All pressure on HexT.
So much for one man to do. HexT on B, nice shot. Sin nails it back of the head of VINI. Distraction enough for him to activate. Hex brings the fight outside of the B doors, and it all falls into place for an M80 pistol.
Okay, we'll make it 3 from 3 in that category right now. Now it's about not fumbling in the next 2.
Yes, right, which they haven't necessarily always been able to assure.
Now, if we're going off of Mirage, they did lose the pistol there, Imperial, and they bought on the T side without the plant. It looks like they're going to do the same again here. So no Tri AWP. They're going to, sorry, not AWP, Scout, excuse me. Scout was where he was heroic with and saved for their 3rd round. Tech 9s, Mac 10, P250. Could just be the standard. If you get this lower tunnels control, and you know that they're not fighting you on cat, just go for the crisscross and go for the mid to B. It's Sin and HexT as your B duo. So you might feel that could be weaker or exploitable. Always going to depend on Lake and his rotations. Yeah, it looks like they are just piping in for a mid to B right now.
Yeah, okay. I mean, this does feel threatening. Little fake flash on towards the short side, keep boots planted. HexT eats the flash. Lurk smoke thrown. Mid to B's the problem. Lake's going to confirm it's going to be, ooh, can he get anything with the nade on the CT smoke? Activating, wild from Sin, just goes swinging. Awkward though. Hang on a second, the bomb's lost. How are you supposed to get it back? No chance really. Skulls finds himself in the B site without the bomb, but with an M4.
Okay, well, we've seen Skulls win some crazy moments
There's
before.
no way. There's too many bodies there. One walking up close. He does well. Isolates Lake, and a trade from slaxz secures it. Second round, it's threatening. It's very threatening from Imperial, but M80 convert, and now they can have a little bit of a stretch of the legs.
Coach Def chewing on his water bottle there.
Oh, mate.
That either means he's sexually frustrated or a little bit nervous, I think. That's what they say in the pubs, but should be the 3-0 now.
Should be. You just wait. Try's going to buy a scout now and just start popping people on the cross.
They got some good long spawns here. I think Skulls might go and try his luck for the pot shot.
Yeah, a couple of flashes as well from Cello. He's going to try and help them get out. He's going to take for that first deagle shot. Nice restraint. M80 wait for the flash, and you can see how efficient that first fight comes their way.
Now, something that we did get to watch earlier in the tournament was M80 beating up on NRG. Right, to qualify 3-0. And something that I was really impressed with was Swish's activations towards Long Hut. He was always quite a nuisance, and because he was pushing through, he was always catching timings on flanks. Now, the cool thing about that is, you don't have to do it. Right? You don't have to do it.
Yep, sure.
So, that will still have to be in the minds of Imperial, that Swish likes to play aggressive long doors.
Yeah, and he was just ending up with these like impeccable timings, like way earlier than they were expected.
So this is where those type of factors get to play in based off of your prep.
Where you just end up kind of paranoid for something that never comes.
Well, this is it, right? Because normally you would think no one's pushing long doors, because if I push through long doors, if I sit behind, outside by the car, over towards the boxes,
and we go long.
Exactly, right? So it's something that needs to be considered or needs to be conditioned. Ooh, didn't land the boost perfectly, but does get up. So try mild information.
It's always an interesting standoff when two AWPers just find themselves just static on the doors either side. They started heavy long, they've escorted Swisher into a power position, and now you can see using that smoke, Sin's going to actually cheat back over to be on that mid-ramp side.
You can see Swish, we're just talking about him, right? So he's just playing a block right now, and no way he's going to be his equal.
Waiting for that shadow, there it is. He's played that well.
Yeah, cheeky.
Pixel gap. And blocked for Imperial. Doors the next challenge. Is there a flash coming over? Will slaxz just have to, pull the trigger? And he connects onto Cello. VINI not going to be committing with the bomb, so they will just have to try and retool somewhere else. Is Try going to try and find the opening pick? He's going to be blocked on short for a moment longer. What's the call, VINI? What's the mid-round hit?
I feel like it might just have to be the A play. Get the bridge smoke in. Just molly off the rotation. And
flashes look good, though.
You have to brute force.
Confirmation that it is going to be asymmetric. This is where Lake wants to activate. Does swing on out, doesn't overcommit, confirms multiple bodies. Swisher and Lake successful.
Oh, no.
Down, though. Not going to be feeling good about that one. That's like 100-0 in the flames. It's an awkward one. If they get that bomb down, this could go wrong for M80, despite the heavy advantage from the get-go. What's going on? Caught with nades, gets the info, lucky to get away with his life. Sin will swing, and they'll both fall to the skull spray. Up to slaxz in the clutch, looking for his quad kill, his skulls. slaxz closing that gap, and he nails it with a side swipe. Doesn't go pathing to Skulls' expectation. M84, Imperial 0.
Just to explain that why it looked a little bit odd, right? Because in that situation, once they breach into the site, they know that Skulls is the tunnels lurk, so they're expecting not all four just to be playing through short. Right. At this point, Skulls actually does get the kill, so it is a bit strange they're worried about the lurk now that I have reread the kill feed.
Okay.
Right? I was trying to think, why would they be worried about lower, but Skulls was in the feed, so all right, all good.
It works out. No harm, no foul, as they say.
That's true. And 4 rounds where M80 have got the opening kill every time. Let's see how long that can continue. Been in conversation with the CT sides on Mirage and now Dust2. We'll see how long it takes Imperial to start breaching in head-to-head.
Good. Looks really good. slaxz is just on the side, and it gets caught just before that smoke does plume.
Interesting they want to stay so jarring with that. slaxz knows he's going to get head-to-heads against Try. So there, I just said the opening kills, and Imperial have gotten there first.
Thank you very much, Mr. Try.
The switch is up to the same move, and he isn't getting active, right? It might have to be these B players, but now that they've smoked up a tunnels, it's a very deep one. They might want to play behind it. You're getting HexT also peppering some bullets through to see if they catch any players trying to set up nades. They're selling A, right? So Lake playing close mid doors. They're banking or hoping that it's something else. They know that they can't really contest an A execute. They don't have the AWP in the mix.
So does this just become a save if it is going to be like an A finish?
I don't know if it becomes a save immediately. I think Lake will try and push through the mid doors and find something. See, notice how No Way's still parked outside along, worrying about Swish.
You're right. Oh!
Now it's a save.
Now it's a save. Great shot. Skulls with just the deagle, and now Swish. Can't believe No Way's still there. Okay, they've done their prep.
Right, so this is it, right? And it's going to be a tough game. So for Swish, if he can catch a timing, it'll be great, but he might be warded off of that because if he goes for a push on another round and No Way's still there, right, he's never going to know unless nameplate Counter-Strike comes in, No Way's noted on the other side of the map, he gets a kill. There's a bit of information that helps embolden him for that type of a push. But Imperial break through, and 4-0 becomes 4-1.
And tries AWP is the catalyst to Imperial getting off the starting mark.
Yeah, I wonder if we're going to get a timeout off the back of that. Now, remember, that last round came pretty damn close. So these saves are important. They have been able to scavenge back the AWP. There's enough finances, I think, to go around. slaxz can drop a rifle or two. So it should all work out. So do you want to take a timeout now if you're deaf before you lose the financial game completely? Or do you like what you hear and you're happy for them to play forward?
Seems the latter.
Yes, okay. Well, Try's going to get boosted up in middle again. You may as well.
And the HE masks their cross.
Oh, well, the AWP is going to start staunch on short.
Boost. Cello's there. Oh, but they've got the flash. He hits him through the, well, thick wall. Still does solid damage. Half health for Cello. Going to be limping towards doors.
Try not scared at all either. Just runs down, knows they're likely to back off after that shot being made and rejig the setup. So they get the space and Cello still gets to stay alive.
This is kind of clever. You know, Swisher said, I'm sick of this guy. He's just waiting for me. slaxz fires a shot short and then immediately goes and posts himself on the long walk. If No Way wanted to do anything, if there was something coming long doors, slaxz can be a destabilizing presence.
But remember the last No Way versus slaxz head-to-head on B Apartments?
I do.
So slaxz, you would love to get this one. This is not one that you can give away, and No Way just playing very passive out here.
That's an angle. He might have to give it up.
I would much prefer the AWP to be towards Game Helper.
I see you, especially when you see the radar. 3 players are about to try and breach, and Lake is the first contact.
Skulls has left B.
Good block smoke.
He's pathing all the way back around the world through T-spawn. No Way's giving up long, so Skulls can pick up long. No Way can join the fray. slaxz still here, just perched and waiting for any push.
I mean, this is really going to be a contingent.
Flash for Lake.
Needs to get something off this play. He is that brute force. Set up for aggression. Just going to flash. They actually walk past
Lost
him
in the source.
Yeah, I think so. I think he's just going to have to second guess himself. Swisher draws attention. No Way still trying to find Lake. Where is he? 3 players on his screen. VINI finds him, catches a whiff in the smoke, removes him clean.
Bomb goes down.
3 on 3. And this is where slaxz kind of feels like he's been kind of helpless now.
No retake in through short, so they're going to try and pipe up through CT. slaxz can oversee sight, which should take away some of these angles they have to worry about. They still have to look directly up, though.
Yeah, they're going to try and swing it together. Tries trying to hold for the advance of slaxz. No Way, that's the ankle, but Sin's prepared for it. Pops the head, Hex with a chip in, and there you have it, a clean 3-on-3 retake.
Big kill on the way in. That's a huge kill on the way in. And I think that Lake also got team flashed, so unable to come out of the smoke immediately, probably why you didn't see him just power through, and then lost. I'm pretty sure his leg would have been poking out of the bridge smoke. We might get to catch it from VINI's perspective. slaxz does get the frag over. Yeah, there he is. Yeah.
Oh,
for him, it's full grey screen. For VINI, it's clear as day.
Yeah, brutal. And there's no more helpless feeling in Counter. Oh, there's a few helpless feelings in Counter-Strike, actually, but that's one of them. You know, you're just in a grey screen. You can hear them all around you. You're convinced you're supposed to be seeing things by now, but they can see you.
Okay, yeah, T-side timeout. So Zach on the mic. You can see there he wasn't looking too happy with how things are unfolding.
Now, I don't know about time zones, you know, maybe it isn't, what is it, local? Heading towards 8 p.m. but you could grab yourself a Monster if you were looking for one. A huge shout out to Monster Energy for supporting the Budapest Major 2025. Round 7 begins. Imperial. I mean, this feels like something we've seen before. They get a little taste of victory and get sent back to the doldrums. It's kind of like that second half of Mirage, but they did convert in regulation, a 13-11 scoreline.
They're putting a good amount of resources in to try again, right? Like, if your AWP is getting boosted every round,
right,
you're setting him up, and you do because he finds you success. They're quickly able to go for this control. They have thrown Xbox smoke and mid doors, and the reason you do that is if CT AWPers want to be jarring for the clear,
nade broke.
It's not going to work.
Cheeky little flash scuttled off the floor.
So short space taken by a minute 30. This puts a lot of pressure on the CTs.
It feels like every round short-centric from the Imperial T side. slaxz will
straight through it.
Yeah, they're just going. And he's blind. Perfect flash. Forces him off the line. Now ready for it. Doesn't quite hit his shot. Smoke from Lake is actually going to enable some plays to be made. And that's the play right there. Removes try. So the AWP gets nothing in this one. Skulls lingers, trying to catch those rotations. T-Smoke replenishes and stops that sightline that slaxz was looking
planted,
for.
Though.
Yeah, it's delayed. VINI's still in two minds about whether or not he can get across. Using that smoke is Sin. Progresses up, flash into the window, does connect now. They progress across to the ramp. They need to play this together. Smoke is fading. It's a 2-on-2 on the ramp side. Looking good for the Brazilian side. Cello and VINI connect. slaxz does not. A 2-on-4. It's got save written all over it, but they are going to have a look.
Yeah, Hex is pretty committed. And Skulls is going to find him. Skulls is immediately after that kill starting to yeah, try and cut him off at the pass. slaxz will be out the doors. How far can he get? Skulls swings in. slaxz will take his head off. And yeah, now the hunt is on. He's still boxed towards long. How many bodies do you want to throw at this, Imperial? Looks like you're going to call it off. Make sure that you retain the AWP to give over to try into the next. But well handled. Right? They sat, they waited, they had the space. They knew that waiting for the util to fade, not having to fight within the chaos was the better of the two calls. As well, there's been a lot of rotations in through CT from M80 on the retakes. So that tells me that they are very worried about Skulls being such a nuisance in lower tunnels, mid doors, right? So they go, okay, let's just avoid him if we go through CT. But it does limit your options on the retake as well.
I think the most we've seen, like the mid and B side of the map, was the pistol. You know, they were like just, that was like some sort of mid to B split. They tried the force buy as well into the B split. But since then, yeah, very short-centric and a timeout from Def. This is quite early to be burning number 2.
It's just that the money's a bit all over the place. They get 1900 into the next. Oh, I think production's had enough of us listening in. They've dipped them down a little bit, which is fair enough.
I don't blame them.
I would have done that earlier.
But I was enjoying it.
Yeah, we take what we get around here. We're not greedy. So you save an AWP. You can get some very light upgrades, right? If you buy in with like a P250, you leave yourself just over 2K. So and then you have the 1900 loss, you can full buy into the next. Also helps out that slaxz is at 3.5K. So he gets another AWP as well.
What are you going to do with just a saved AWP and pistols?
How about this?
A little boost. Trying to make that play. Haven't nailed it. And pull the plug. Oh, speaking of B, here it comes again.
Well, Hex has to do the output, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's got a lot to do, and just USP is a perfect flash.
You didn't know about the USP!
Okay, yeah, Sin gets overlooked, gets an AK, and another one pushing the smoke! Double kill out of Sin! Low HP on try, knife out, trying to retreat. This gets awkward fast. Swisher has got the push. No way, he's not ready for this. Oh, and he gets it, a headshot, no silencer required. Not an eco win.
Okay, look where Swish is. Over towards Green Box. If they're noisy towards T-Spawn, he's going to hear a lot of this.
Oh, more than that, Sin is having a round. Overlooked on the site. He's closing the gap on you as well. Try with your 8 HP.
Oh, try sweeping in. He has an idea.
Oh, it's so uncomfortable for Try. He
surely Sin's dead.
Up. Sin should be booked.
One bullet gone.
Bang. Just like that. The first of a very necessary clutch, but with 8 HP, I can't see it.
Yeah, stiff breeze and tries out of the round.
Swisher and his unsilenced pistol is going to be doing damage. One bullet from that 5.7.
Swisher's ready for this. He's jiggling it.
Oh. Okay, M80 convert.
Massive from the M80 captain right there. I thought he would have been noted, but the flash work coming in must have caught VINI too. He pivots around and deals with Hex, thinks, oh, that's the problem
done.
dealt with. But no. Sin, he's the slippery one. He's the one you got to deal with. Massive work from him. We'll catch it again. Yeah, so VINI comes in blind, swoops into Hex.
Oh,
then
what?
The kill onto Skulls is massive.
He gets like 2, just tracking 1. Holy, that's a massive win. In MR12, Chad, we've been talking about these eco victories, and what did Zach talk about? Their weakness.
Oh!
It was losing rounds against the Pistols. No Way immediately tries to jostle back for control, takes his spawn, hits him with that FPL start.
Whew. Blind.
Straight blind, pulls the trigger. It's like, it almost looked like he was tracking him while blind.
Okay, well, high octane.
Yeah.
And now we settle in. Sin's looking to push up a tunnels. Hex isn't joining him.
Yeah, and with an AWP, double AWP could be rumbled. They're going for a mid to B. Okay, nice catch. Just Skulls there, though. Mantling up. Nice fight.
Another.
Sin with impact. He's doing it all. He's keeping him in it. That flash as well sets up Lake for a frag.
Well,
Try and VINI, tail between their legs and pivoting.
They can still be blocked. This is all being heard.
Yeah, they know exactly what's up. They don't have the nades to block. They've just got their guns out. Not comfortable by any stretch of the imagination. Pathing into sight, one behind the smoke. VINI provides the cover. Lake's got try, completely booked. Didn't expect anyone on the ramp already. There's 2 of them there. Sin throws out a nade, a little bit of damage, but it's VINI in the clutch. A tap to the first, mantles up, catches the second, but the defuse comes through. Perfect distraction, good destruction. VINI with 3.
Okay. VINI making the best out of a bad situation there. Sin, again, back-to-back rounds where he's found some huge damage, this time on the AWP, the unlikely weapon.
In a 4v5 as well, it stays in front of the smoke.
And they are lucky that they won the eco, right? Because losing everybody in that situation but winning the round means that the financial woes don't immediately come into
Maybe that was
fruition.
The like kind of mindset behind the risky double AWP investment, feeling like you had another second bite of the cherry. And slaxz still maintains his primary AWP. Alternative pathing.
So not a full buy from Imperial.
Threatening though, incredibly.
Oh, for sure. I remember their T-half on Mirage. Every round they had something. There was a hero AK for try, or there was upgrades to be able to do execute. So they had a lot of chances.
How quickly do they go? They've had some pace to some of these punchy short pops.
I think they want to fight short. They don't have anybody long at all. Lake might jump up. Yeah, I think they really want to biff this.
Okay, so you smoke it. As they throw the wall, that kind of isolates VINI from the pack. Cello is in front of
This is risky.
It's very risky up against Tech9. slaxz could just get sidelined by this. Cello and Swisher are side by side.
Lake has to turn.
Oh, Lake's not ready for that. Grabs the M4 and an immediate trade from Swisher, and he dips behind the smoke. There's a lot more where that came from. Back's a turn, though. Your B duo stays active. VINI holds the line for 1. Hits the headshot necessary. Good nade, good connection.
You know where
brought
Skulls
down,
is.
and you know where he's going to be.
Immediately.
Look at Sin immediately turn his attention to that B-side smoke. Around the doors, bad timing on his mantle up. Doesn't look like it's going to cost them, but with 30 seconds, it's not out of the realms of possibility. Swisher CT, slaxz posted for the bomb retrieval. He heard that dismount, so he knows where one of you are. You overstepped the mark. You set slaxz into an awkward one. Okay, holds the line, and an 8th round comes through for M80.
It's a great CT side.
It is.
They are really running away with this right now, giving a taste of their own medicine from that first map. So this pick coming back to potentially bite Imperial in the arse. Overpass was an option, a map that they have a 73% win rate in the last 3 months. Now, almost all of that is domestic opponents like Sharks or Fluxo, MIBR, Keyed Stars, if we're going to get real retro with things.
Yeah.
But M80 0-4 in their overpass outings with losses to NRG, Furia, Heroic, and OG. So maybe in that situation, it's the respect of the opponents that M80 were taking on and losing to. And knowing that, oh, that's the obvious choice. They're just going to full prep for overpass all night, and then you bring in Dust2. So with the potential and the veto to try and catch them off guard, they are going to need to salvage this half, the Brazilians. So remember, that was a partial buy. They are able to get the guns again. Just spotty rounds, nothing consecutive.
Same play again, this time no luck from no ways or push long.
Yeah, wow, such a map that is influenced by spawns and what you can call and what type of picks your AWP can go for.
Talking of picks, slaxz is being really stubborn about this.
Well, he has support. Sin's close mid doors, Lake on shore.
Okay. So continues to try and sweep through middle. No one there.
Well, you've been talking about them getting short control. Bosh.
Oh, not this time. You won't. Try gets caught out on towards the top of mid.
We've only seen him go for about 2 aggressive short plays. One was the boost towards lower where he tagged Cello but not the frag. This time he's actually stayed stubborn, and you can't execute in towards A if you can't get the space.
Tough one for Try. T-side's not been going to plan. I think his grand total of 8 T-side frags across the 2 maps so far.
Tough. He's going to have to do his best work on that CT side, isn't he?
Has been already. You'll see what happens when we swap sides. But you need a couple more rounds to feel like you can play the second half of this map. Blocked on B. Incendiary long. Swisher, he's going to start to probe. He's held by VINI. Good catch.
But it's VINI, right?
It's
not no way.
Mm-hmm. What does that mean?
Sin and Hex were in strong positions on B, and they're blocking each other at the doors right now.
Because they're thinking nameplate Counter-Strike.
Oh, dear.
It might be long-centric, but
they could fumble this one.
Yeah, they really could. This B site is so vulnerable, so susceptible. Sin now does tuck in just in time. Hex will arrive just in the doors. He's going to be completely owned by Cello. Needs more. Nade hurts, 50 damage. He's in trouble. Trying to buy time just by virtue of survival. Another kill would be huge. Low HP on that player. Cello, it doesn't matter, still nails it.
Makes it quick.
No way planting. Covered by the low HP.
No,
what?
time, won the round!
3 seconds, Lake pushing the window! Outrageous scenes! I can't quite believe that. I thought the cover would be there. I think that little bit of low HP from Cello maybe had him cagey, maybe didn't have him on the line so active.
How good was that flash as well? You know, it's tough when we're on the POV and Lake in that situation, but that is beautiful work right there. They have to punch in the digits. The time is against them. That's the opening kill. Vinny gets the one back at long. They breach into B. It's an awkward setup. Sin does well to get one. Flash comes over and able to pip them at the post. Massive buzzer beater, 4-9.
Holy. Wow. slaxz gets the flash assist MVP as well. Swisher playing a very dynamic and dangerous game towards the long doors. Hasn't been able to catch too much early with the damage. That's a solid connection though. Cello softened up for the M4s.
I think 10-2 is too far back.
Yeah, it might be. I think a necessary third here. Ooh, not looking great though. You've lost no way early and he had company. Try was spotted as well. Wrapping into slaxz, he still manages to track, and there's Swisher with the chip and falling apart for Imperial. Their map pick. slaxz down. Try loses a lot of life. I think the leg shot was connected. Swisher will just finish what he started. And a 3-on-1 for VINI on the long side. HexT is going to lock the door behind him. Sin and Swish are partnered up on the site. And they'll swing, they'll nail it, and M80 have a 10-rounds-to-2 lead. This one looking like a third map written all over it.
Yeah, the pistols, the conversions, making light work of that first half. Imperial, the map choice of Dust2. Maybe this one will be haunting you tonight.
Welcome back to StarLadder Budapest Major 2025, the end of an intense Counter-Strike year. And on this stream, we've got two Stage 1 teams battling out for a spot in Stage 3. Over on the A stream, we've got two Stage 2 teams fighting to keep their head above water. Astralis and Aurora duking it out in a third. And we're looking like it's increasingly likely we'll be going to a third over here as well. 10 rounds already for M80 on their CT side.
Yeah, people may have seen the graphic coming up there. Vinny, top of the pops, the last remaining member from the Last Dance, alongside a Fallen. All those majors ago, now in-game leading the roster. Well, I don't think he's bought his team enough of a buffer on their T side. They'll now be on the defense. And a quick reminder, it's brought to you by our official betting partner. Def has had a lot to say within these halftime breaks, these tactical timeouts. I love that we're getting to hear it. He's definitely done his homework, no doubt about that. One of 8 coaches out of 32 who have played at a major before.
It's just such a coaches. Yeah, a quarter of the coaches. Yeah. Mad.
All right, well, Hinge Smoke deployed, or the new variation. Flash over mid, so that tells you that they were wary of lower tunnels pushes, aggressions on short, up cat. They do have another set of util for the finish. Smoke double flash in the hands of Sin. Cello over towards the ramp. Try. Didn't have a great T-half, but that was the same for Mirage, and they still got the job done. His business was delivering on the defense, and he's going to be needed right now.
Yeah, it's going to be Cello and Try up to bat. Strafing down, 2 of them on the elevation. Oh. Great shot from Lake. Nothing for Try whatsoever. No way of discrepancy, but he's on the long angle. It doesn't look like it's going to be too hopeful. Skulls and VINI will be coming in from the short. There is going to be a collision. Yeah, how does this go? Oh, perfect.
Blink and you miss it.
Yeah, that surely sealed the deal. Third map feels even more certain now, with Train awaiting in the wings.
Yeah, just to bring back a 10-2 first half, it's never was going to be easy.
Yeah, but
now it's impossible.
Yeah, right. Completely denied.
I love that approach, though, right? They dropped that CT smoke to restrict the rotations. You get a tickle on the bomb. You're giving it a go, no way. You know, they can see you're not defusing. You get a third, so at least you can drop an M4 into the force. That's something.
Is a silver lining.
But yeah, they scale quickly right onto Try, and the player who was the one to step up on Mirage is really just getting rattled right now. At least it's quick. He has given the M4 to Cello.
What on earth? First bullet.
And we were tracking Lake's tough time within opening duels within Mirage. Well, he's 3-1 right now.
Okay.
Those ons that we previously mentioned in favor of M80 ever so slightly. Train just being the handshake of this one. M80 being able to pick up that win against high loop.
Cooking here? A boost, an avant-garde smoke, and a headshot from Lake long range.
You need ideas in Counter-Strike. Some are better than others.
That is an idea. Haven't seen that one before, I'll be honest. Calling that one the Imperial if I ever see that again. Probably won't.
Baffling that Astralis versus Aurora is still going, when everything you hear out of the Astralis camp is about how this roster is temporary. Either that means Down's coming back or the roster's dead. I'll let you guys decide. But if Aurora get eliminated... Oof.
Oh, brother.
Well, the man.
Hang on. This is getting a little bit scary. Good catch from slaxz on the aggress from short, but that's not the M4. Good one again. Double kill from slaxz.
M4 dealt with, and Skull's known. HexT bearing down his position. The bomb site will be open for Sin to plant. Either way, Skulls will be found. Dead as a doorknob, 12-2. You had a tough first half in the first map, and you brought it all the way back. Now you go into your opponent's map choice and you blow them out of the water. So you've played 3 good halves.
I like the framing. Yeah.
They've played 1.
Sure.
And a serviceable one. I'll give them that for Mirage. You know, the bar was set very low.
Yeah.
Now the bar set very high.
Yeah, and it will be, you know, completely reset into the third. Or will it?
Are they rushing or are they be executing? There'll be a lot of response here. 1 in through lower.
Util's going to be thrown by Swisher.
Try has a scout.
Takes cancel.
We've seen this before.
Yeah.
I like the cancel. I love the cancel. I think the cancel's great. Not even being facetious. I think if you get denied and they evade out util,
that's enough.
Yeah, and so early in the round, it's like, boys, let's just reset.
Let's just pretend the round has begun.
Literally every advantage in the world. All the rounds, the weapons, the util.
Try's trying to be a destabilizing presence. Ooh, running up the short side, Skulls doesn't commit. Spam on the doors doesn't do too much. Try gets away with 35. It's an aggression. Oh, he just looked away! Sin just averts his gaze and no way catches the timing to find one headshot onto Lake. There was more available as well. Okay, Imperial, you've got your opening kill, but look at what it's cost you.
This forces you into either a mid to B or a short play, I think, because you don't want to return to long. You were blocked on B.
I mean, yeah, just so bleak in the health department. Even HexT with his Mac 10 is going to be able to find quick TTK.
Ahead of this.
Yeah. Try scout, though. Don't want to trifle with that too much.
Canceling again. Boys, you got 30 seconds, so might just force you in through B. Sin trying to hold the rotations. They're looking to regroup. They have to be noisy. Skulls and VINI know this is coming.
Hex just has to get something going. Be aggressive. Be aggressive. Starting to push on in. That's what they needed from him. And cracks open the B bomb site. Oh, last man's there is Cello. And it's not going to be enough. He needed 2 there. That low HP does come back to haunt Try as well. Just a long-range Mac 10 catches him on the hill.
Well, this is the best way to forget about losing your 13 straight Mirage streak to Imperial. You come in and you blow them out of the water on their map choice. Train will be coming up next. No way. No chance in help. Just one more frag required to take us there. And that'll be coming in a moment's time. No kit, no health. No util to even try and make this one a possibility. Imperial, you have been slapped down. The 2-1 match stays alive, and the conversation for who will be booking their spot in Stage 3 is an open conversation. We've got the next map coming up shortly. Stay with us.
Dust2 kind of take the wind out of your sails? That's my question. Yeah.
Right, because you've forgotten what winning feels like, right? You only won a couple of rounds at the tail end of Mirage, and then you didn't win almost any rounds on Dust2. So you were getting drubbed. We do have everybody situated now. Sorry for the delay, everyone. I saw some players a little bit late back from the bathroom.
How dare they?
Well, that's all right.
Hydrate themselves?
Nature calls.
It certainly does, and it waits for no one. And speaking of no one, No Way in the server as well. He's been one of the highest rated players for Imperial throughout this series.
Well, he was the man that had the impact to close down Mirage. Let's see if he can kick it off with some. You need a pistol, Imperial. You were 6-0 in Stage 2 before going up against M80.
Yeah, and now it's just a fat 0. See if they can get it going. They are going to be knocking on the door of No Way to start. HexT just walking through the smoke. Oh my goodness, No Way looked away at the wrong time, but still gets that kill. So first blood for Imperial, but the bomb's already down. Weird exchanges here. Try versus Swish, nice track. Nails the first bullet out of his USP. They want to try and remove No Way, but it's costing them everything. Lake goes down as well. His teammate's Glock, dispatches of him, a flying Glock back from slaxz. Now we're looking for Try. Gets noted.
Sin needs something.
He's got something, I think. Cello, ooh, nope, never mind. Completely catches him on the pre-fire. And it's slaxz in the clutch, plants down, and a clean headshot. slaxz, have you got this in you? 3 kills deep in the pistol, now playing time. There's no time left. A quick one-tap, a very nonchalant 1v2 here from slaxz. He's looking for number 4. He can't quite get it, but it doesn't matter. Another pistol for M80.
Oh, keep adding him to the tally right there. Cello fortunately gets away with his life after all of that, but that right there is a round that, what was it, 3v5?
I think it's because in exchange for the kills that they were picking up, Imperial got 2 kills to start, 3v5. They got the bomb down, like straight away, so that clock just started ticking.
Yeah, it still feels like it should have been more comfortable with No Way getting this opener.
This shot, very nice.
Removing Swish's head, but great job from slaxz, right? He gets that kill, and it wasn't actually the diffuser, but it pulled the diffuser off because they're worried about getting swung. No kit, no chance, force in. Odds provided by our official betting partner. And interestingly, favoring Imperial here. So they park up, they get close pop. They know they've lost main.
I hear a chant starting behind us,
and it starts with an A.
Yeah, nice one.
Sandwich smoke deployed. So they are likely going to flash Sin into main. Does Swish have one? Yes, he does.
Yeah, in the meantime, it's going to be kind of a flying Mac-10 versus Try and his scout.
Oh, diligent stuff from Sid. He really wants main control. So scoops in that bottle of flame, sends Cello at least a little bit more passive, but they didn't take control.
Spotted Cello and Try Scout, and a third. That's a lot of info from
But there's
Hex.
still 2 on B.
Yeah, flashing down the low round. VINI catches it. They spot him out. They're overlooking skulls. He does very well. Tracks with the 5-7. VINI's Deagle puts a bit of damage down range as slaxz low. They still want to fight. Stubborn about this one. It could cost them everything. Oh, no pistol, but you'll take a second round. Oh, and they'll take it cleanly. M80, short-lived celebrations cut short by some Brazilians.
Okay, so M80, they haven't had the best of pistol rounds. Obviously, in this series, they've been great on them. I think that would have probably put them up around the 70% mark overall for the tournament.
Why is Swisher beaming ear to ear after that one?
Well, maybe it's cheeky.
Cracking a joke.
The point I want to get to here is they had 100% second-round conversions off the pistols up until this moment.
Yeah, okay, that's the first time they haven't been able to do it. So
right. Sure, they lost that third round, but that doesn't count as a second-round conversion. That's a third round. So this one hurts.
An unfamiliar feeling at a crucial juncture of the game.
So this could have been the opportunity to really
it gets worse.
Get your feet under you, right? Because they lost similar fashion. Oh, yeah, they do. Okay. Easy. Easy peasy. All right, well.
Ooh, that was a bit of a attempt on the ramp push. Just reloading in the open was VINI.
This has got shades of Mirage's start.
It certainly does, which of course was 9-round CT haul from Imperial.
This just sets you back as M80 and sets Imperial up with an extra batch of finances. So slaxz and Sin's efforts on the pistol round in vain because they can't find the conversion. Yeah, good stuff from trying to get the opener. And, well, we said we needed him. He has been very quiet in the last 3 halves of Counter-Strike. Starts off with a 4-1 scoreline. We can talk about the CT setup because we do have an eco now, as you've already seen. Skulls be anchoring B. No Way and VINI will be some of those aggressive pieces. Cello as well. Right, I think they'll mix it up depending on the buys and then tries the AWPer. It's getting loud out there. The lights are going off, so I think I know which way that one's gone.
I'm actually watching the delayed feed right now, just out of curiosity.
No spoilers between Alex and I. We've heard your pleas enough.
Yes, we understand. Oh, extra cash for No Way. Nice to see 3 extra kills with a $600 kill reward. Oh my God. Nasty last round.
Ugh.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm done with that.
You sure?
Yep.
Okay. So it's going to be interesting to see what type of rounds come out from Imperial because between the 3 of those names I mentioned, you're going to have No Way, you're going to have VINI, and you're going to have Cello. It might even just be spawn-based, right? It'll either be VINI or Cello having to rotate back into the B site to assist that of Skulls. And then whatever other combination of players trying to lock down Pop and main control. We've already seen them want that main control.
I'm curious, Twitch chat, what do you call the position Skulls is in right now? What is that call out? What do you
Should I taint it or should I let them talk?
Let them talk. Let them come up with what their, their own comms because every kind of 5 stack's got their own comms.
Sure.
I'm just curious, what would you say? Like, if you spotted Skulls as you ran out, what are you screaming? What are you letting them know? I just want to hear.
So, just curiously, when they come out of high ramp, what do you call that for the T side?
I would call that high ramp.
Okay. So we could do something.
So there is
right
in there.
Like if you called it heaven. I'll still wait for Twitch chat. Yeah. Well, no, they will still be typing.
They'll be cooking soon.
All right, first rifle round. Let's lock in.
No Way just ate a double HE. So he is going to pull way back.
Oh, he might be the rotator this round.
Yep, I think so. I think your decision's been made for you by the double HE.
All right, go back to pressure Ivy, Swish, and slaxz. Slaxz does not have an AWP. Do they want to try and run boost still? They're going to have to jiggle this or maybe the up-down on the garbage can. Oh.
Ooh, a little bit of a knee.
And baits out the smoke. That's exactly what they were looking for, based off the fact that they immediately start pathing back. So information flows. If it is a B finish, I do like this setup that we are seeing on the CT side. Flash into Pop.
Look at HexT.
It was a team flash.
Ooh, it feels good for Try here. Yeah, crouch peek from Lake is too easy, a sitter.
May have been baited in by the fact they heard the MP9, right? The AWP over towards Ivy. I love how Try makes that shot, and then he pivots so aggressively. So Try, this is the man.
This is what you want to see, a CT side train. Oh, there's the AWP's Ivy. Is AWP's Ivy? No, he's not. Sandwich smoke is landing. Sin throws in a Molotov for Olof. Call that a Molololof. With Rice. Nice kill. Oh, he's got two there. Try. This is what you want to be seeing if you're an Imperial fan. They are going to try and test Skulls on the unnamed position. Does get it, though. Removing Swish, and it's just a perfect 5 alive. Let's see if anything can be done. No! VINI's quick to the reaction, doesn't lose it out. Keeps hold of those AKs. How many fall into enemy hands? 2. Now Kalashnikovs for the defensive side, and it is a bleak start. Start adjusting ear cups, start fiddling with your... Oh, actually, you know what? Maybe TeamSpeak is a bit quiet.
It's gotten hot again, huh? So that's going to be 2-0 in the opening department for Try, but 5-0 in the opening department for Imperial in this half so far. So that's been a positive as we do take the tech. Now, I want to set the bar for everybody. If you are just joining us, there's been an awful lot of Counter-Strike already played over Stage 1, and we're almost concluded with Stage 2. We will be tomorrow. We're setting the bar on maps, right? And as far as Train is concerned, I think 3 or 4 rounds is serviceable on the T side of Train, but winning the pistol and not getting the conversions means you're going to make it very tough for yourself. There's VINI. We remember this back in the Furia days. They were all doing the meditation. Zach's doing it too. Just chilling. Just keeping the mind empty. Keeping the mind active of what needs to come next. We're still in the tech pause. So I'll let everyone know once that concludes. Now, Twitch chat was throwing in some ideas. People have said what we call it, device. But we want to shy away from player names, especially players who are still playing.
Yes.
Because you were casting it and devices in the server and we're saying he's device. It's like, well, we know
device
he's
is device.
Yep. So I think a name for it could be Cloud.
Cloud? Just because it's a cool word? One syllable?
Oh, well, we have Heaven.
Ah, head in the clouds. It's the alternative. I don't hate it. There is... like, you know how we've got, like, camera and stuff? There isn't, like, much. There's a lamp. There's a light.
Well, what if you called it Heaven, where they come out?
Yeah, and then you'd have
just call it High Ramp back here.
Oh, you could. But that's surely after, like... I mean, I've heard you call this High Ramp for years.
Yeah, well, we used to call the bit at the back, we used to call it Jackal in Australia. Because there was a player from Southeast Asia who played at an Australian team called Immunity, and his name was Jackal, and he played on the back of the ramp, and he owned everybody from there, so we called it Jackal.
There's also a blue door. Blue. Options. And this is the position we're talking about for those of you that missed the conversation.
Okay, well, back into an eco. Tech issue has been sorted. Max loss bonus into the next. No frags for Hex, Swish, or Lake yet. All 0 and 5. Sin's got some space.
Oh, yeah, he could actually have some legs to this. Is he going to just walk? Oh, I think he got spotted. Yeah, nice timing from the jump up. No way catches Sin on his progression. I think he may have even
They're going to try and flood out main and pop.
Oops, doesn't nail the flashbang. Not the end of the world. Oh, it is feeling like the end of the world for M80. You get nothing going. Nothing at all.
6-0 opening kill department. That one's against an Eek short. But what is worse, again, is just back to the lack of frags.
Yeah, dude.
We have had 5 consecutive rounds now, no bomb going down, and 3 kills in 5 rounds. At the moment, they're getting owned. Now, sure, they have been delayed in getting the buys underway because of losing that second round force, but that's the consequences of your own actions or inactions. And this is Cello with that energy. We know from Zach, they want to get something under their wings early, and they're flying with those emotions right now.
Skulls is going to look for a bit of an early fight. No, just the early nade.
Into pop, though.
Yeah, try.
Searching.
Scorted as well. 2 of them is going to start making their way up. I like this aggressive AWPing style. It's going to be a challenge for Lake and HexT. Skulls perhaps pushing the low ramp smoke at the same time.
Set up the flash behind this.
Here comes Skulls, who tries to draw attention. They're both looking the wrong way now. It's that missed shot from the AWPer. Oh, where's the cover? Oh! There it is. No way puts that AK scavenged to good use. A shot to the back of the head. He may have spotted him. Swisher walking out through the Ivy smoke.
I had to know there was pressure because of the lurk. VINI back a bomb. Bomb rotating Ivy.
Okay. Interesting state of play.
It's really all on VINI right now because Skulls and Nowhere are still worried about brown walls. They don't know who else resides and what else is possible. They'll clear it out now. So information. And VINI, he's had to be on his haunches this whole time. The backlines has been open, Pop's been open, Main's open. They could be infesting the yard. VINI needs something. One will be enough.
but nothing is going to be insufficient. How good is M80's pathing here?
Noisy. VINI can relay this.
And he's ready for this. Molly. Perfect. Just nullifies his position entirely. Bomb can go down uncontested. Dangerous game being played by Swisher.
We can play in this smoke. This is cheeky from VINI.
Yeah, this is cheeky.
It's a round-winning move if he pulls it off.
Especially because it's not looking. Oh, just in time he adjusts. Necessary kill. That changes everything. You can see no way low. Skulls is going to have a look, see if anything gets offered up. But it feels like M80 made a strong case for round 2 here.
Damage will be all right. Give it a go. So much money.
He knows he's got one booked. No, he doesn't.
Huge round from Sin.
Yeah, he's had a couple.
Yeah, late stages of that CT side of Dust2, right? The 2 USP kills on Dust2 as well. The AWP coming in. He had some really nice moments. And the reason I say go for it is if everybody just takes a look at the bottom left-hand side of the screen, they can see everybody on Imperial has over 10K.
Sheesh.
That's what happens when you have 5 straight rounds and only take 3 casualties across those rounds. So Sin, that is a captain's moment again. It needs to inspire the rest of the team to start getting activated. He doesn't get this kill. VINI's there. Comms are crazy at that moment. I'll tell you, if Sin goes down. VINI makes a play and gives us the classic smile. A chance now to start working through this money. You're going to need to win so many consecutive rifle rounds, M80.
Seems unrealistic, doesn't it?
Remember, bar 3 to 4 rounds.
See how the start goes. Main again.
slaxz is so committed with the AWP.
slaxz has got him. No way goes down. And so does Cello. That is stunning. Double kill on the aggress main.
Slow your roll. Take a breath. Skulls is pushing. Is it accounted for? Yes.
Lake responsible, and so is Hex. Perfect.
It's the B defender now. Do you want to head over towards B? You don't have to commit to yard.
VINI, is that going to spread?
No, it's not.
Oh, he's going to be overlooked perhaps in the corner. Both of them are here. This could go wrong, but it won't. It's Sin again.
Putting him in the Sin bin now. That's 2 big rounds back to back.
Wow, and they keep 5 alive. M80 fine. I mean, you just said it. 3 is a bar. Swisher has just disconnected, so it looks like we are going to have a tech once more. Understandable when this is such a, a momentous map. One of these teams locking themselves in for the 3rd stage of the major.
That went to HexT. Swish isn't even in the server.
You cool?
Yeah, bro. Like, I'm in the game. This guy's not. So take a look over here. We will be getting this one settled. They can buy again. Even after the full investments, let's just read it out. These players, there's no way in the world they can hear us.
No.
Try, after fully investing, does 3K. And he has head armor, diffuse kit, AWP, and every piece of utility he could want. Cello full invested 4.8K. Skulls full invest 2.7. No way full invest 3.8. And VINI's yet to buy. So he's meditating.
Still comfortable.
Yeah. But even with the loss bonus going into the next, so where the cash is at, you lose this one, you have all of that saved for the rainy day, you get 2,400.
Yoink.
Oh, hold up. They're settling back. Oh, okay. Well, we're just resetting the round state for Swish.
He's back in the server. Good news. And it looks like we're going to get back underway.
So whatever the call was from M80, they didn't have to make it because slaxz get the double opening on the push.
Crazy.
Right, so in terms of their opening, right, 2 main, we've got 2 pop, right, their opening's there, but the fights came to them. So in terms of having to work hard for the round,
yeah, right.
You were given an opportunity. You chewed him up, you spat him out.
I think Cello's going to be miffed. He didn't get the trade onto slaxz there. Try starts the back 6 AWP line.
Boosted over. This is
yeah,
probably what
just dropped off. Yeah, this might not go the same way this time.
They're worried about the pop pressure. Hearing the cumbersome movement now. slaxz gets out, Sin doesn't. But they're not to know that. Oh,
is this going to be cheeky and early?
I love the timing.
Yeah.
Just 2 walk at high ramp. Skulls is in motion.
It's completely out of the... Look at this. Not ready at all. Throwing nades. They're in. Oh, they're definitely in now. It's a Hex double entry. Bomb can go down. Round done.
I love that.
That's really quite cheeky. They're playing ahead of the smoke, ahead of the internal timings of Skulls.
And they're just still making it look like a default by being jarring in middle, right? They're going through, they're throwing standard smokes, right? So at this point, Skulls is not expecting 2 players just to waltz out high ramp, and Yard was constantly just a moving puzzle. So there's the 4. The bar's been hit. The money will not spill open. M80 love doing it the tough way, but regardless, they've got what they're looking for. Now it's about how many more can they add on top. This one's about making your life on the CT side easy.
It's not going to be easy to take the AWP away from Try, though.
Lake is having a look. HexT is close by 2. And they hold on to it. So if anything, right, money already wasn't a problem. It doesn't feel like it will become one. Right, there's only 3 rounds left within this half. You have those saves. You still have the extra cash that you had, as mentioned before. So
no freebies for M80's side.
Well, if they win everything from here on out, eventually, as long as there's no saves.
Right.
Well, I don't
even
know
then.
Because now you get 2,900 into the next.
They found the infinite money glitch, Chad. You just have to win, what, 5 rounds with 3 deaths.
Yeah, and it's the force buy. So,
Off of a force buy.
Well. Oh, it's great. The thing is, and I understand why we can't just give it to the world of players' comms all the time, but the way that you could get any normie to understand the detail of this video game is the comms. If people could just hear like the level that they're talking about, oh, the bounce mode, we'll do the molly, no, but we have to do this. It's intricate. It's the beauty of the game. The simplicity is the headshots. The details is what sets you up for that glory.
Ooh, no cigar for Try on the Ivy fight. That's already forced out the smoke, so mission accomplished.
Try's put
oh, it wasn't a smoke.
So much pressure there. Right, like he now, sure, fortunately he's the AWPer. The low HP doesn't feel like it hurts him too much, but he can't re-establish that line. So he just tucks in safe. They have to play 2 towards B because Skulls just got exploited in the previous round by the 2-player limp out high.
Geeky. So you molly Olaf, break the smoke. Cello wasn't revealed though, so they might just get caught off.
Ooh.
Bit of damage, not as much as they'd have liked. Replenish the sandwich smoke, and Cello might be forced to throw out his block smoke of his own.
He's got to be careful, Cello. All right, well, they've got what they're looking for, or having a conversation about the rejig. Lake left alone. The German's just outside, and Swish with Util. So it does feel like it will be. slaxz is throwing another sandwich smoke.
Okay.
HexT will play late through pop. The rest will be through main. Maybe Swish goes Ivy after nades. Silent.
One more flash. They get out to red. Sandwich smoke still up. No way, new box. A lot of bodies there in a line. Whoop. Nice headshot from Lake. Quick trades. Sin's there on to try. The AWP kept silent, and down goes No Way.
Counter-strike.
That's late stage T side. I mean, coming in with 10 seconds left as you just burst into the A site.
This is lovely to watch. They're the ones who are doing the harassing, not being dictated to. That was one of the problems on Mirage. We went back there in Imperial. We loved the way they were playing close ramp. They were nading so that Skulls could try and peek as they're setting up nades, or as Swish is watching for the pushes. They were staying very dynamic. Right now, the moves that they're going for, at least the opening exchanges, like Swish, right there, I understand it's not a kill on Try, but it does so much, and it really limits the amount of setups because someone has to stay tethered to Try. It feels like, okay, well, hold up a second. Ivy is susceptible. So just from the start of the round to the finish, even with Swish, he doesn't have a kill yet, right? But impact, that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just so impressed they've managed to get 4 consecutive against those CT guns. Absolutely nothing given away for free, but it's taken by force as M80 are boasting 5 T rounds on train in this battle for stage 3.
And this is where maybe nerves start to creep in, but with how cleaner they're looking, and that'll probably be a conversation on the CT side where players' aim gets a little bit more wobbly. Oof, and Zach, it feels like it is just getting away from you quick.
It does.
This is only the 2nd major for Swisher and Lake, 3rd for HexT.
slaxz, that's an audacious opening attempt. It doesn't cost him too much, just a little bit of chip damage. It's Try's AWP that's going to draw first blood. HexT goes swing and pop. Plays ahead of it with the smoke grenade. Lake gets across Skulls' sight line with the help of a smoke.
The possibilities, oh, no, they're
ready for this.
They could flash for an Ivy fight. Okay, smoke comes in. I think they'll just hang around because, will they? They're starting to path back, okay. I thought that maybe because of Lake's position, they might want to try and set up some form of a B split, get into the back lines and cause some chaos. But now it might just be the B call. So if they do try and play through high ramp, everyone can see on the radar exactly where Tri finds himself. This is nice to throw out the sandwich smoke because you used it to great success earlier, but your rotation, slaxz going to sell something.
He's picked up another smoke. I think you might be right.
Or is it going to be through pop?
Well, the bomb's definitely joined Lake now. He's not alone.
Well, they don't know it, but it's the right call. It's a 2-3 split.
Pop smoke fades. Dior, Dior.
Camera smoke in. You two over, here they come.
Oh, Cello gets nothing done. No way, his next victim. Lovely from Lake.
Oh, it's too easy.
It's the same again. 3 kills in the feed, just goes from 0 to 100.
And they got the opening kill this time, right? And they were playing 2-3, but because they're playing so passive, the util that's being able to be thrown right now is bang on.
Stunning as well with the pre-aims.
Think about it. How are you able to get out of main and pop without being bottled into those choke points? Right, we know, Train, with this map, the CTs, the first option is lock down main. We do not want anybody to think that they can just run out or pick main for free. So what you do is you use a decent slew of util. Then what you do is you're playing relatively aggressive.
Bang.
Maybe you're throwing some stifle util. But this is great from Lake.
Oh, and the follow-up as well. Swish clears out VINI back bomb. This is one of those CT halves, or at least this run of rounds from M80, where for Imperial, it must just feel like there's nowhere to stand. Where am I supposed to be? I can't win a favorable duel. Lake just walked into the site and bopped us.
I think for this last one, it has literally been constant gun rounds.
Yep.
They have, you were never in a position to break them because of how poorly you played down that stretch or how well Imperial did.
They haven't made it easy for themselves, that's for sure.
You've got 6 rounds. The bar was 4. You could have 7. Now, if you're Imperial, you have to set the tone or you have to stay in more jarring positions. You have to stay at E-box or close pop or in Olaf. You cannot be dropping back and playing these static passive holds because you are getting exploited. They might even just want to try and charge up pop and fight.
Try's been having success on his early pop AWP line. I don't think HexT is going to be falling foul to that this time. Wait, Sin. Yeah, okay. He is going to burrow deeper into main. Same result, perhaps, for Try. Oh, his teammate nearly caught a headshot. Who was that? No way, just put his head right on the line, just as HexT was starting to jiggle.
For Swish, it might, yeah, it's going to liberate him to try and take some Ivy space because you know the AWP was in pop. So he can apply a lot of pressure right now.
Yeah, the shadow. Try's going to be peeking into slaxz, and he's going to perfectly clear him out.
Okay, another opener for Try. Didn't help him last round.
Yeah, maybe this is the difference. In this one, No Way is tucked up close. They look like they want to just go for this dry. 3 members in main. Swish still just trying to dance with Cello on the Ivy side. Strafes out. Just strafes out. Okay, well, at least it's traded. Still up for debate, though. Cello wins out on Ivy. A 4-on-2. Looking good for the 6-6. M80 falling by the wayside. Try finds 2 before he's brought down. HexT man on a mission. Good angle for this. VINI on his favorite spot, and okay, at least it's a tied game. A little taste of victory, a reminder of what those 5 consecutive rounds felt like as they pick up the last 6-6 as we take a break.
StarLadder Budapest Major 6-6, all tied up at the half, but that doesn't tell the story. It was the pistol for M80 to make it 5 out of 5, but it was a force buy win and then domination for a slew that allowed Imperial to buy after buy. But the gun round, that's all about M80, kicked off by Sin. And right now we find ourselves level, but Train is a CT-sided map, Alex. M80 are in the driver's seat of this one.
They certainly are. This is going to feel like a really important hot start from Imperial.
They need a pistol.
Pistol would be nice, especially when this is the last half you'll be playing in this game.
This is quick, going straight out, popping a yard.
Okay. Swisher will be on site, and Swisher will deliver. Skulls just gets his head tapped off as he tries to exit pop. HexT another. M80 are hitting all the shots. There's one back. No way! Sin and HexT have hit 2 in consecutive fashion. Try eats a nade. And before I can even start to find a way for him to win this, it's over.
That is massive, and that you would assume at this point, if you're a North American Counter-Strike fan, you're out of your chest.
Oh, mate.
Right? You are what feels like mere rounds. I understand there's a lot more Counter-Strike to be played, but you're 6 from 6 in pistols. Within stage 2, you came in as Imperial into this matchup, and you were the ones who were 6-0, right? You had only had success. That was the leveraging point into your matches to give you really strong starts. Now, in this one, it hasn't come as easy, but you have been able to win second-round forces. This time, you're going to take the eco. So this is the gimme for M80 to get up to 8. And the T-sided Train, it's rough. T-sided Train, T-sided Overpass. I don't want to be there if I'm playing top-level Counter-Strike. Nuke has a lot more options available with all these smoke, while these two teams are having a hard time. But maybe they should take a look at how M80 conducted themselves.
Yeah, that was a T-side, a very impressive stabilization.
He really took advantage of those passive setups, right? Try was finding some opening kills with the AWP. That was really their only way in for Imperial. Otherwise, you know, Cello, VINI, No Way, and a lot of their gambits towards main and pop were just not getting what they wanted. And then when they parked back into passive holds, it was not it.
Well, it is just try with the investment. Just Desert Eagle to try and make something happen. He's joining the pack, and I suppose they're just going to, clock rush into a HexT fan match.
We have had some crazy moments over the last couple of days with close to full ecos, right? Yesterday, Na'Vi ended up losing one to Bait. Didn't cost them anything, really, but we know that these are possible.
And that's the setup. That's the setup. slaxz gets himself 2. HexT will match it and do better. So a quick mow down of the eco. And now it's guns, now it's game on.
Okay, but there's bonuses available right now. Swisher and Sin both have MP9. So if in this type of round you can target a weakness of a default, right, you wanted to maybe double push Ivy, or if you want to be able to get those up in towards main, do something a little bit outside the box. This is the type of the round where you could have one player go high ramp, 2 play close slow ramp, there's even a flash available, and you can clamp down on box holes control. It's a tone setting round available for M80 right now. Sin is going to be heading over towards Ivy with his, just to throw out some early util. Swish jiggling pop and playing to block. The fact that Cello and Skulls are both just jiggling for main control and pop and Ivy right now tells me that it's probably not just going to be a B execute. slaxz rotates over, joins HexT, so the two that were able to mow them down in the last are here to receive again. And everybody appears to be playing to block, right? You can see Lake, excuse me, just on the ladder. Yeah, they're highlighted there as well. Perfect. That's the Ivy player. And then Swish doing the same. As soon as they get any intel, they're just going to hold them at bay. And this will really turn the screws. Like, how are Skulls and Cello going to activate in this round? They might just have to start trundling back over. And I think that's been the call that's made.
Oh, seeing uncertainty in almost every Imperial POV right now.
What's Lake's response to this lurk smoke?
It's incendiary.
Well, that was thrown in by Sin. They're going to both play on either side of this, most likely. Sin could break it, they could clear it out. He's just going to throw in more. He's trying some wall bangs. Oh, yeah, you're bang on about the uncertainty. Are we going pop? Are we going B? Are we going main? Doesn't matter. There's 35 seconds now. HexT in the clouds. slaxz very passive. More util to block on the execute.
Very passive setup as well from these two. You can see slaxz and HexT are just going to be throwing that incendiary low ramp. 20 seconds. Are they just going to be piping up? slaxz, if he gets anything on their cross in, how's their pathing? Decent enough. Quick drop. There's the bomb, though. No way. Oh, he had to win that. Now he can plant. HexT might go overlooked. Tries pathings. Great for Sin. Oh, he's done it all. Finds a double kill as well. Swish struggling on Train. Finds himself a nice double. Lake and Switch trying to get the back in. Oh, and Skulls takes a heavy dink. Lives on with 14 HP. Could be enough, could prove useful. No kit for Swisher. He'd have to find them both instantaneously. And they're playing that hide-and-seek game. A high-stakes game. And No Way taps his head off. Okay, Imperial, that is exactly what Zach ordered. Sigh of relief already from the coach. More of that required.
Yeah, okay. So that was a bit of a bonus, right? They were able to carry through from the spotless second round. They didn't have to reinvest anything. Lake is going to be able to buy in with a Famus. Sin will be on something a little bit lighter as well. No slaxz AWP, but the other three have M4s. It's going to be an MP9 for Sin.
Really important kill from No Way.
This is where Imperial can not only tie up the game, but take the lead. So you can see how much that first rifle round means. It got close.
What'll it be, Lake? What'll it be, Swish? Oh, a HE for the swing, a little unusual. Haven't seen that one from Imperial. And now he can just go for that jiggle smoke. No, he's lining up for the flashbang.
Clear now in case anybody's pushed up. Nobody's home, but Skulls definitely announces his presence. Sin very passive. Will drop through the nades. Swish actually pushing up to play behind this. They're going to clamp down on B. slaxz is here as well, so they have lots of bodies to try and be the thorn in the side for Imperial setting up.
Oh, it's like a 4v2, 4v3 with No Way there as well, holding for the pop swing. Try versus Hex, clean headshot found. There's No Way, catches Swisher, Lake's their next victim. They're coming for him. That's a comfortable 3 kills for the T side.
I wouldn't have minded that setup more if it was in the previous round when it was the bonus. Now that they've gone into this, it feels a bit desperate and your money is about to be removed. So slaxz and Sin only with the MP9. They're both in the right place if it does end up as a B execute. 35 seconds. Normally we talk about sending out a bit of a beacon, but
no time for that.
I don't think you need to, right? In this situation, you trade efficiently, you're all good.
Not if the first from slaxz is as clean as that. Still not a problem. Sin MP9 versus the world. Yeah, he's not got a chance. Not at all. Running them at them. Cello's got the bomb, though. Does need to hurry up and go plant safe. Skulls can get the rest done. He hasn't got any ammo for this one and covered from upper.
Okay, so now tied up 8-8. Money ruined for M80.
Ooh.
And what was feeling damn good only moments ago is maybe them getting ahead of themselves. They have the ability for Sin to get an AWP into the hands of slaxz into the next rifle round as long as he doesn't buy anything. But these fights coming at sub 1 minute, we know that Imperial do like to run some slower rounds. Just go back to Mirage, they were doing that, and they were also able to pull off some nice maneuvers just based on silence. Second tactical timeout called from Imperial. So Zach feels the need to get on the mic. He did also talk to Stico about these rounds. He used the Portuguese word, but he was saying essentially the gist of it was we need to focus more, right? These are very important moments. We need to lock in for these. These have to be the gimmies.
I wonder what the lore is on the King Duck for Cello. Definitely be feeling like royalty if they can secure the spot for stage 3 today, though. And with an early posting of 2 T rounds and what should be a gimme for number 3, Imperial likely to be taking the lead and setting the tone on this final half.
Ivy push.
Ivy push. Skulls has thrown a big HE, over 150 damage. And 3 kills added to his tally. Thank you, an efficient round.
I think that's legacy inspired, right? We saw them do something similar against FlyQuest, right? They did this
like,
yeah, right? Yeah. And it was a bit more threatening, right? There was more investment than just the Eek. But right now, they have been able to get the AWP into the hands of slaxz. Just hate seeing these Famuses in the buys of the gun rounds, but Swish has to operate with one for util as well. And again, you manage 6 rounds on the T side, even after losing the second round force and them going on a slew. Like, you had to work really hard for those rounds. You should have been feeling $1 million, and maybe they were one too many steps ahead of themselves.
Ooh, let's see what the plan is for this next adventure.
2-1-2.
Is Sin going to be holding onto his smoke? That's enough.
He's dropped it out pretty liberally in a lot of these. Right, and it feels like so many teams just come here to pressure that out and then just make sure that you take away those resources, because that's one extra smoke that can't be used to block main or pop. So Sin has to believe it's real.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see the meta evolve, that people start walking through their own smoke on Ivy.
And flash combo. Pop control is theirs. HexT and slaxz on B. Cello with the teammate lurk smoke. We know that this can really cause a nuisance for some teams. VINI being annoying too. Breaking windows, saying, yeah, I'm here. And that is a misthrown smoke.
Yeah, it's actually got a little bit of a gap to it. Maybe VINI sees it and thinks he could try and find a punish, a creep and a crawl. He'd have to be crouching if he doesn't want to be spotted. Oh, that's naughty. Maybe a deliberate, maybe not. Either way, Swisher's done very well for his 5th kill, and an important opening kill. There's slaxz that puts the cherry on top. Skulls, though, working through that smoke. Hex doesn't seem aware of this. He's assuming it's covered by slaxz. It's going to be a back away.
Are they just saving?
I think it might be just a straight save.
Okay, pretty grimy round. But look, they're going to get to hold on to these rifles, sure. The loss bonus is 1,400. They don't get any loss bonus for staying alive. They're going to be all good to buy the util. Their teammates will be all good in that department as well. So just assuring that they have more attempts at staying threatening with the rifles and not letting them... Oh, okay. Well, he can still buy, but going down after time kind of takes away the point I was just making.
Right.
Right. You were holding on to these to give you more opportunities if it gets to be a dark day. Try's just being given an AWP, so he'll get that out, don't you worry. But both teams only have 1,900 going into the next. We're starting to get into the business end. I know the scoreline's only 9-9, but these rounds right now are going to determine so much in the flow of the game.
Oh, he's taking the risk, taking that line. We saw work for Try.
We were just having this Ivy conversation about Sin dropping the smoke. So he does it again. There's actually a whole lot more company. Now, that's come out without any pressure. That's just based off of timing. He's just thrown that, right? He didn't see an AWP. There wasn't a flash. He's just dropped the smoke. So I want to investigate that if I'm Imperial, right? They use the Ivy smoke this early.
So liberally. Incendiary as well. He really does feel like this time Ivy's going to be under extra threat. Camera smoke is thrown. If anything, that's going to have Sin feeling like he's got even more to do.
I just think the fact that they have been able to drop 2 smokes to block Ivy, maybe that's why he was liberal. Maybe this is, look, if we drop one early, they hang around, and they've wasted so much time. You almost feel committed to Ivy at this point.
Flash forces out legs block smoke, and now you've got 40 seconds.
I think they're trying to B-split. I know this sounds crazy, but it looks like it's a B-split, because Cello's going to join no way.
This feels old school. A backtrack B split with 30 seconds as you just emerge from Ivy. Camera smoke, scuttle another, makes things weird for Sin.
Eyes on the B setup though. They might not be expecting
Hex and Swisher are going to be feeling under a lot of pressure here. They're coming. Oh, Swisher, good catch. Catches no way on the up ramp. Now pushing through, strafes away from the flames. Cello, you've got to get one, and he does. On the reload, Sin's here though, held by the AWP, but Try nails it. Look at the time, 10 seconds. They're just going to be punching it in time.
Easy.
And that is a very impressive Imperial T round. You had no time, blocked at every turn, 30 seconds as you break through Ivy, and you manage to take that bomb all the way down to the last 10. Gets that bomb planted. Cello with good cover from Try.
This is going to be another buy where M80 won't have anything, right? Or not anything, everything is what I should have said. So they get the 1900. Everyone will be around that M4 territory, but it's where it might be a little bit lighter on with you two. We'll have to wait and see what takes shape. slaxz AWP could be facilitated by Swish. Sin even gets a kill as they're coming through spawn, and I think at that point he probably should have given it up and then waited for his teammates to rotate in. It means that he's selling his mate on the site, but if they can't kill that second low ramp player, I don't want to be so remiss about it, but that's kind of on them, and the other two are very disconnected. So that feels like a bad round to lose and a good time to take a timeout. Just let them discuss this buy. It's going to be so back and forth, right? Especially if we go into a round now where M80 win this one. We're just going to have this constant back and forth where teams can just have these buys together, but barely. This is a huge conversation right now, right? It's in the sense of, all right, we can buy. Like, Swish, you can drop an AWP. We can operate with something a little bit less, or Lake, you can just go for M4. But if you end up losing this round, it is going to cost you massively, right? We could see like a James situation where you go for a half buy, right? Everybody just like edges in with a little bit of something. You make it threatening. You have a good idea of what you want to do on the map, but they are shoving. They are going all in. And this would be one of the third or fourth rifle round where there's Famises, right? So if we get dinks that aren't converted, not as cleanly, right? That is where the difference of the firepower could really make its mark. There's no kit either. So post-plant situations are going to be so damn tough.
Here we go then.
You're backing yourself with this type of buy.
Yeah, you want to be the hero as well. Get that first blood, makes things so easy. Again, the start of these rounds is just about, will we get Sin smoke in the first 10 seconds? He's holding on to it this time.
Don't envy him at all. It just feels like a miserable position. They've lobbed out a question mark smoke, so a lurk there that will force his hand.
Okay, Lake is searching, but Cello's tugged. FAMAS VM 4 Chad. Oh, the FAMAS prevails. Lake's done well. M80 just what you needed. Looks like the trade is coming. No way wants ya. No way wants for both. Swisher steps in for one. Kept level at a 3-on-3. High stakes round of Counter-Strike here. Third map, stage 3, awaiting the winner. And you've got 50 seconds to rot that clock and to find your finish.
This is the poise of Imperial, right? They're happy to do things late.
And it's worked out for them more often than not. I've got 2 rounds that we've seen in this T side where they've managed to run that clock down and execute successfully.
So 2 mollies. They don't have any smokes for the execution as they are heading back towards B. slaxz is playing from Con. He's also worried about them potentially slipping into Con because there's no eyes on main, there's no eyes on Pop.
Coming. Just in time, you know. You'll get there. They're walking down that ramp. slaxz peeks in. He gets his headshot, removing VINI. Can't re-peek. Tries got the bomb though, so he can't stay on the line. Oh, and holding for another is slaxz. Double kill in defense of the site. Forced to try in the clutch. He's focused on the other way. Back turn. Sin profits.
Okay, this is going to go back and forth down the stretch. There's 1900. I'd take a timeout if I was that of Zach. I think they only have 1 left though. So do you want to take it now or do you want to save it? Their money is all just below that 4K mark. We're talking 3.4. The highest is actually Skulls with 4.7. And there it is, the final tactical timeout from Imperial being called now. They know how stressful this situation is. This is the worst scenario to be in for both teams with the money back and forth like this. They both know at any moment it could spill open, and that's where the game could just get taken away from them.
Yeah, like they know every round could be that round that you're reflecting on tonight in the hotel room, like, oh, we shouldn't have lost that, I shouldn't have pushed that, I shouldn't have peaked like that.
It just goes back to more of what I'm saying with the lack of options, right? You want to at least be in a position where you can defend your honor, and I think that they are making the right call right now, Imperial. You could have gone for a buy. You could have had Galils in lieu of the AKs. It looks like they're going to go for a partial. But this is the perfect time. This is what you practice for, right? You come up with pocket strategies on light buys with Tech 9s and key pieces of util. That is exactly what you have to have for the rainy day on train when you're tied up 10-10.
And we're going into
Skulls is out.
A quick push from Skulls.
3 Ivy fast.
Yeah, they're running at him. They're knocking on Sin's door. Skulls pushes through the smoke. Good catch from Swisher. Doesn't go down. Sin makes a meal of it. Fortunately, Swisher's here and he's farming up. Triple kill from his FAMAS. Still a bit of a discrepancy with the loss of Lake. Makes it weird. Weapon on VINI and No Way.
Comms now. Talking about everything that's open.
They've got the bomb delivered to them on the back of bomb as well. So with slaxz confirming nothing's backtracks, No Way hasn't slipped.
But there's so many smokes on the map, and they're actually going to rescind control because if they hang around, No Way head-to-head with slaxz.
He's got the angle. Oh, and he's hit it. What a flick. Finds the head through the wall.
VINI, this is going to be a tough one.
Oh, what's he supposed to do? I mean, the fact that they've kind of given him the bomb.
Well, you're the franchise player, VINI. You've been here since the last dance. You're the man calling the shots right now. This is not an unwinnable situation. It's not great, but there is a way in.
He could do this.
Plenty of time. They are investigating now, clearing out back bomb, staying active. Now it's going to get tougher for VINI.
Yeah, tucked into a powerful position.
Oh, Swish. This is surely going to catch him off guard as he rounds that corner. I think the opportunity may have closed now. Just so safe being played at the moment from slaxz towards CT.
Trying to make their coach proud.
I'm loving the moves that are being made here. And now, VINI, time is your biggest issue. It was just your friend moments ago. You're going to get blindsided. He's going to jump up on that train. Swish isn't looking. Been able to thread the needle, but only for a moment. You're going to have to make some sound cues, and Swish will get you in the back. 4 kills for Swish. And that one right there was against the partial. It got tense, but that one is going to get them up to 11. 2 more rounds for M80 now.
And that FAMAS on Swish as well. Don't forget, he came into this half with, I don't even know, whether 2 kills, I think. He definitely has stepped it up, finds himself at the top of the scoreboard, most damage, and a massive, massive round on that FAMAS. Job done. Huge impact round 1. Sure, it was only the partial, but it got close, it got scary, and that would have been a heartbreaker for M80's campaign.
Oh, they're doing a B push right now. Hex has been run boost.
Run boost. He might be ahead of the pacing and the expectation. Flash. It's a heavy price. He's the flash rounds the corner.
He's got to get out of there.
He's in trouble. He's in so much trouble.
He has to back off, right? He can't hang around. Someone else will have to take over the B responsibilities. That'll be Swisher.
I think his smoke's being respected, so he's kind of done well. A, being alive. B, getting his util down to slow.
Okay, so round fully resets at this point. Swish jiggling low ramp, so it knows that no one's gotten past. Pop is the problem that Lake has to worry about. slaxz AWP close main, using that shadow advantage as Sin just up to the usual antics at Ivy. HexT and Swish path back. Pop control yet to be established.
Deep line from slaxz on main. You got the bomb. Cello in no way working on that pop. Lake's thinking about blocking. Throws it out at 45. It's pretty good timing. But once again, running that clock down in such a crucial round. Skulls with a util. They're really worried about B.
Tries throwing nades on B, but he's going to join them pop. slaxz being in this position, if he kills Skulls, or that he can hear them now.
Yeah, okay, they know. The penny drops. slaxz ready for that late main arrival. Cello's caught. Excuse me, no, it was Skulls. Bomb will get planted. Oh, no, it won't. Sin through the smoke. Cheeky. Awkward with 15 seconds left. Someone has to scamper to get that bomb down. No way he's going to be able to get it down. Can't push that smoke. Missed shot. VINI can run him down. slaxz is in trouble. Loses control of main. Losing control of this round. Low HP on 1. Hex will have to try and swing, and the trade is necessary from Lake. The forward position from nowhere. He looks like he's destined for the double here. Hex goes wide, messy spray. Hex actually finds the headshot, but there's a follow-up. Looking good, a 1v1. Lake makes it competitive. Time sensitive.
Will slips. He doesn't know
the hold. He's just going to go for the hold. VINI's got him! And Imperial tie us up once more.
VINI, that's what you need. The flash into main. It's something that Imperial have been great at. The flash assists, they were the highest in the tournament so far coming into this one. And that catches slaxz. Looked to be the hero, gets the opener into Skulls, and wow, Vazak behind him. This is intense down the stretch. And those money woes, they come home to roost right now. Big decisions to be made, and final tactical timeout called from Def. Both of these coaches wanting to give every opportunity to their players to talk things through before they make a decision they might regret. We're all tied up here.
Oh, boys, last timeout.
Okay, well, Lake's on all in with 5-7.
That seems like a big decision.
Well, this is it, right? Because you only get 1,900 next. So we've been discussing these financial woes throughout, and it was always going to be a problem. The key for me is not about the force coming out of M80. It's the double Mac 10s that Cello and Tri have. This would be the perfect moment to try and change up the pace. Just do like a fast outside main, play behind your util, and get in their face and be done with it, knowing that their buy next round will only have 1,900 bucks. You're hedging. Are they eco now? Are they taking a lighter buy? Or are they all in? Well, either way, will that impact your call?
Massive amount of pressure.
Going straight over towards B. Yeah, they are. This is a B rush. This is a full-on B rush.
How's Lake going to be receiving this with just a 5-7?
He's blocking Pop. They're coming.
Oh, he's in trouble. Mac 10s are coming and knocking. Hex is there. In combination with Lake, they repel the first two. Only a P2000. Cello, Mac 10 runs him down. Swisher, hot pursuit. 2 of them, quick on the flank. It's Sin.
Something.
He needs to make a play around this smoke. Leaps around, fakes the sound cue, confirms his body's close. It was Cello that started to spam, so knows where he is.
There's a kit.
No way's there with him. There is a kit necessary in this one. This endeavor, this full investment at 11-11. M80 with it all to do. Oil train, audible, Skulls. How do you find these 5? It's an awkward one. slaxz is strafe. He couldn't track him. Weird now. Look at the post plant. Sin's just kept them so busy, so focused on his position. He's got 1 point of health. They could get on the defuse, but they haven't done it. And it's Imperial's round after all.
He could have sat the defuse. He could have been covered off. He's gone for the swing. He's taken the fight. And now the money, it's in the bin. There's nothing to work with. The buy will be worse than the one we just saw. And the B rush, it was stifled down low ramp. The first 2 kills, the flank was fast, but they break through. And Imperial just 1 round now.
Incredible.
3v5. Trades come in. Cello making space. The bomb was planted on the left side of the train. He could have set the defuse. He had to trust his teammates, but he went for the fight. Oh, slaxz has got an opening kill.
Straight away, what? The scout has drawn blood straight into main. Oh, it's just what M80 needed. slaxz has given them a gift. A little bit of hope. Cello half health as well from a HE. Still far from a guarantee.
Here it
This
is.
is the kill.
Oh.
Oh, skulls.
He gave him a little bit of something.
Just a little bit of a flash of the balaclava. Oops.
Oh, now the nades.
Yeah,
See the pressure.
There's pressure. Of course there is. You are 1 round away from the 3rd stage of the major. You've been here for a week. And now that 3rd stage is coming.
They're just going to be execute. Hex is here, slaxz as well.
The body's here, Chad.
There's going to be a pulp flank again.
slaxz, you got another one in you? No, he
Tagged him.
doesn't. Tags up No Way, though. Pays the ultimate price. 10 HP for No Way on the high ramp. It's Sin's 5-7. He's got the angle. He's got the headshot. VINI goes down. Cello is forward of Thomas.
Oh.
He needs both of them. They swing out a con. It's hectic. It's chaotic. It's uncomfortable. No Way goes down. Finished off. Still awkward. It's onto HexT. In that clutch. 2 to find. It's Cello and Try. They're right there for the taking. 1 more required for OT. And it's there. Imperial secure it. What a battle. What a brawl. 13-11. It's there. Stage 3 locked in for Imperial.
What a tough battle of a game. That first half, they win the 2nd round on the force. They absolutely like they're slamming M80's head into the side of the wall, and you can see the emotions. This game had it all. It was such a spree.